You are watching Around the Point, live on YouTube.com, brought to you by Spreadshirt, with your host, Heel Steven.
That's me! Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live on my YouTube channel. It is Around the Point once again for all you lovely people here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Heel Steven. Holy shit, it is that time of the week again, if you will, Sunday. For some people, it's Fun Day Sunday. I don't know where that concept comes from, because most of us have work the following fucking morning. I know I do. But anywho, yeah, this is the live Q&A number 29. So I had all of you this past week send me in your questions, and I got a lot of good questions sent in. And now it's time for me to answer these said questions and get your guys' point of view based off the answers that I say. A lot of you will agree with what I say, a lot of you will disagree with what I say, but that's the beauty of all this, in my personal opinion. That's what I call Around the Point. But as always, though, I'm not alone. I am joined by the one and only, the hardest working man in the YWC, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Work with me here, boy. Work with me here.
Fine. My name is Connor, a.k.a. I'm on a Q&A with Seal Steven. And not wearing any pants. Kayfabe.
Hey, listen, you're not wearing pants. I'm in fucking shorts right now. I'm not wearing pants either. That makes two of us.
Well, I'm not wearing... The articles of clothing beneath my waist are a pair of socks, and that's about it. And you'd be damn grateful for the opportunity. I don't know where that last line came from, but I'm going to go roll with it.
Did you get socks from... What's this called?
No.
You didn't get
any socks.
The onesock.com thing?
No, because that has a double order, and that's... Apparently everything on the site's back order. There's one fucking item, and everything is back ordered. How does that work?
I have no idea, dude.
I don't get that.
Idea.
That makes the least a bit of sense. But anyway.
Yeah. So guys, we're now live. We thank you all tonight for tuning in live here. I'll be answering questions. If you want to send in questions, send them to me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Use the hashtag AskHS so I know it's for the Q&A. Just saying here.
Because otherwise it'd be a random question, in which case Steven would get confused and I don't know, might have a brain aneurysm right live on the show.
Maybe so. You just never fucking
happened
know.
Before, folks.
It's happened before. That one time in Dallas where I got fucking drunk out of my ass. That one time.
Dude, your emotional roller coaster was one of the worst I've ever seen, and I mean that. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but like, fuck, it was just like you were angry at everybody, then you were apologetic, and then you're like, fuck everyone, and it's like, that's great. That's awesome.
And I'm getting a PM here. Yes.
What?
It's from Chase. It's from Chase Oliver, guys. If he's on Skype, I'll add him in. I'm gonna get him on Skype here. If he wants to join in, and we'll do this fun little shindig here. So here's how it's gonna work, guys. We're doing the Q&A. We're gonna answer questions. They're gonna read. Faye's gonna read the questions out to me. We're gonna answer them to the best of our opinion, and it gives you guys again the opportunity to give your thoughts on what we say. Pretty much. Again, you might agree with us, you might disagree with us, but that's the beauty about all this. My personal opinion.
Well, the thing is, it's your Q&A.
Yeah, it's my Q.
So,
but I feel like at the same time, though, you know, when I bring people on, you know, hey, it gives that opportunity to give their perspective as well.
Oh, I thought you meant like people. Okay, I was a little confused by that, but it's just that's cool. Never mind. I'm gonna shut my mouth. First question.
Whoa. I'm gonna get Chase Oliver in here, Mr.
Doctor
Chase, Dr. Chase, PhD, MD, from the Chase Oliver YouTube channel. Myself and Chase Oliver did yesterday a review of UFC 198 over on his channel.
And I also did a review with him of Civil War and a couple of the things about the Marvel Cinematic Universe over on his channel as well, too.
I gotta say, I love Chase's picture of Triple H with that young up and coming talent, the man who's signed a 3-year deal.
That was after. I was about to say that was after the contract negotiations.
I know, but exactly. After the contract negotiation, so Triple H, I don't know. He signed a 3-year deal with WWE, and try to get him on here. He'll be joining us in a bit here, but let's get on to the first question.
Cool. First question comes to us from, bear with me here, Red Wolf 316. What's this is a very good question. It's only one question, but it's a very good one. What's your favorite year for WWE?
I'm gonna say
Tough
the.
one.
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go
Did,
with an
did
exact
you almost
year.
say that you almost said the 90s, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the 1990s.
That's a
Because
decade though.
I
One
know, but
year.
okay, fine. I'm gonna go with one year in particular. I'm gonna go with 1998. And here's why. I feel like that was the year that WWE kicked, emerged back, if you will.
It
After all the
was.
years of them getting their asses bit and bitten and bitten by WCW. Chase, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man.
Doctors in
Dr.
the
Chase.
house.
Doctor's in the house. The TNA fanboy assassins in the
I
house
was
tonight.
I was just saying that for those of you who can't see it, Chase's Skype icon is Triple H with the young up and coming world champion Triple H, and it was right after their intense renegotiation of Triple H's contract.
Yes.
Very intense. We didn't know if we were going to keep Triple H. Glad they managed to re-sign the great young upstart till 2019. I mean, I heard he had a lot of suitors, man, but glad WWE managed to keep one talent around. So that's good to know.
I mean, I
Exactly.
heard it was more with Stephanie, and they were just riding those negotiations like no like crazy.
No, I know, right?
They're riding that motherfucker out.
Must have been terrifying for WWE knowing they could lose Triple H on their contract.
I know, right? But to me, again, I'm gonna go with 1998 though. I think that was, in my opinion, that was the year, my favorite year as well. Because again, just the reemergence of WWE, just grinding out all the bullshit they were going through, and yeah. What about you guys? For
So,
you guys,
so Dr. Chase, the first question that we've posed to us was, "What's your favorite year in WWE?"
Probably along the same line as Steven. Like, I would say probably 2000 because that was the year I actually got into wrestling and stuff like that, like hardcore, and I started to know everyone and stuff like that. So probably my first year, 2000. Good year, uh, fun stuff. Rock was mostly the main guy of that year, but yeah, 2000 probably for me.
For me,
yes,
it's 2003 because you had the strong brand split. Not that I was a huge fan of the brand split now, but back then the brand split was amazing. The
yes,
rosters for both brands were so deep. It was great. Plus, that was kind of when you got to see like the height of the roster as far as interjecting some guys from WCW. Like, SmackDown had Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker. Raw
Edge.
had Edge. Raw had Goldberg, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Kevin Nash. Like, I feel like that was a strong year because you had a lot of like the invasion angle kind of fizzled out, and so you started to get the influx of the WCW guys, like the big name guys, like again Goldberg and Nash were coming back. So and plus the roster was just so freaking deep and so damn good, because you could really kick ass with both Raw and SmackDown simultaneously. So for me, it's 2003.
All right. But to me, again, with 1998 for Chase, it was in the 2000s. For OK Fabe, 2003. Guys, let us know your favorite year, I guess, for the WWE or pro wrestling as a whole, period. Let us know in the chat. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, we will read your comment later on in the show.
You never know.
Yay! You just never know. Now, if you
Steven,
want
calm the
to.
fuck down. I don't know what
Hey,
you're on, but Christ.
well, listen, this is what happened when you watch Civil War, okay? I got to finally watch it today. This is what happens when your lady has a friend that works at AMC's, and
Such a good movie. And Chase will agree with me on that one,
Oh
as
yeah.
we did a video over his channel.
God damn it! I was gonna fucking cheap plug that shit. I was about to
um,
go cheap plug. Like, you guys want to hear Connor and I's extensive thoughts on not just Civil War, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. Go to the Chase Oliver channel. And For all those wondering, I'll be doing movie reviews since now I work at a movie theater again. I'm gonna be able to go see more free fucking movies. So
Exactly. So yeah, so you can be one of those guys like you'll just walk in, just stand there in the back like, yeah, just yeah, motherfuckers.
no, Steven, I'm actually gonna do my job. I'm just gonna say that like I get free tickets,
No,
so
no,
I'm
but at
gonna
the
go
same,
see a
no,
free
no, but at the
movie.
same time, though, like on your spare time, like during your breaks, whatever your lunch hours, you just sneak into a movie, like, quickly
No,
peep
what the
in.
fuck,
Why
Steven?
would
That's
you do
just
that though?
stupid.
Hey, I would shit.
Yes,
Cause
No, but
I'm
no.
not gonna lie.
I
See, back in the day, see, back when I was a kid, right? Me and my friends, what we would do, we would watch a movie. After we're done, we would sneak into another movie. That's what we
yeah,
used to
but
do.
you do that when you're like 14 and you
13,
can't see a
yeah,
rated R movie. But
yeah.
I'm just saying for this place because this place is gonna be nice and stuff like that. I want to at least like be able to like stay there for a good while. They have cool rewards and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go
There
into
you go.
full detail
There
where I
you go.
work. The reason why I just say the place that I work, like what business and industry I'm in, so that way you guys know what I'm doing. So maybe I'll do more movie reviews on my channel
That'd be
because
awesome.
I mean
That would be
you
awesome,
gotta
bro.
it's like you're gonna get early screenings and stuff like that, and so like if I can get an early screening and see the movie ahead, especially if it's a movie we're promoting, because my theater, and I'm pretty sure just by giving it away, you guys will know what theater I'm a part of if you go to the theater. But my theater is promoting Warcraft, so I'm pretty sure if we're promoting Warcraft so hard, we're gonna go see Warcraft early.
So, but my point is like Steven, most movies are at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why would he sneak? Like, if he had a 2 hour lunch break, heaven knows why, that'd be one thing. But like, just from a standard alone, like, he's gonna waste an hour seeing part of a movie. That would that
Yeah,
would that
exactly.
would freaking aggravate the hell out of me.
Okay. So let's get on to the next couple of questions. What next questions here we have? Come
Okay,
on.
well
Come on.
that was the first one. That first one was from Red Wolf 316. Thank you very much. The
Thank you, Red
Truth
Wolf.
Vlog.
The truth. It will set
The
you
truth
free.
the Truth Vlog asks a very loaded question, something we've been already discussing for
Weeks and weeks since Dallas.
2 months. Yeah. The question is, of course, are you going to WrestleMania 33?
I don't know yet. And here's why I say that.
Honest,
Here's the thing about it. I would love to go. You know what I mean? To Orlando, of all places. You know what I mean? For WrestleMania, all you want. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that I want to get done. You know what I mean? And I realize that in order for me to get these said things done, I'm gonna have to, put in some money. And I know with that money that I could be putting in, that could be going also to WrestleMania. Because people, I think, this is my feeling. I guess for a lot of people who have not done a WrestleMania, they're like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. But I think at the same time, though, there's a lot of work into it. There's a lot of things and just saying, oh, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? So
True.
I, I'm not at this point. At this point right now, I'm not sure.
I'll say this for myself. 33, probably not. 34 would probably be a better
Scenario.
would probably be more likely than not. However, on that note, patreon.com/okfavor.
On that note, Team Heal Podcast.spreadshirt.com, the official store of the Team Heal Podcast, the official sponsor as well of the Team Heal Podcast, and of the Around the Point. So you have the shirt there. You can see the Around the Point t-shirt. We also have different designs as well, different shirts, just like the new shirt that we have in our store, inspired by our own mascot, the wrestling bear himself,
what the
the
fuck, when did you
O.
become our mascot?
Hey, listen, a lot of things have happened since you've been gone. The old
I
bear,
was gone for like 1 week, and we get the wrestling mascot.
the old bear yeah t-shirt, available in all sizes. We ship all over the world.
I do
Oh,
not support the wrestling bear being the
ex-
mascot of the team.
Steven, we
excuse,
never discussed anything about him being the mascot.
excuse me. I've been the mascot for years. Old
Yeah.
bear, yeah. But
No,
anywho, yeah.
but honestly, to answer the WrestleMania question, I'm only going is if like Steven, Connor, Matt, or like other people I know they plan on going and they're interested. Because I am saving up money. I'm glad I got the job because that was the one thing I said, like, you know what, I'm gonna save some money on the side so that way I can go to WrestleMania. and be able to enjoy the show and the spectacle. But if the boys ain't going, I ain't going because going to a WrestleMania, it's cool and all. It's fun to say and everything like that. But I'm one of those people that I prefer watching on TV just for the commentary's sake. Like it's so weird sometimes when I go to live shows, and I go to enough like live events as it is, where it's like it's not a must need for me to go to WrestleMania. Like for sure, when the new LA Stadium is built, I'll go to WrestleMania when it comes here because it's gonna come here. Like
Yeah,
let's be real
exactly.
for a
Yeah,
second,
of
it's gonna
course.
come here.
Of course it will.
So
I
it's like
mean,
I'll do that for sure, but I'm not like 100% sold. Like, oh, should I go to Orlando just so that I can go by myself, like, or like with people that like I want to go with a group. I want to be able to have a fun, good time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, unless the boys
exactly.
are going, I probably ain't gonna
It's like
make
I
the
said
trip
though.
over.
It's it's like I said though. It's in talks right now. If you will, it's in talks. Nothing is guaranteed right now. Most likely by July or August, I'll have a full idea or not. Because I think people need to understand this. For those of you who want to go, you gotta start planning now and start saving your money now. Because guess what? The more you guys, when you think about it, October is right around the corner. And October, I say that because that's the time when WWE puts out for sale the travel packages for WrestleMania. And in my opinion, and I think Connor could agree as well, Chase could agree as well, the travel package is the way to go. Point blank. Would you both agree with
Yeah,
that?
no, hands down. I mean, it seems like a lot of money,
Yeah,
and it is. But at the end of the day, number one, it does save you in the long run, and two, it just helps with everything in general because for the travel package, if you include access as getting tickets for something, we ended up getting tickets for
two accesses.
one. Hold on, one, two, three, four. Oh, Christ, hold on, I have to do all the math. We got it for Takeover, we got it for Hall of Fame, two access tickets, so for two separate days. WrestleMania and Raw, we got tickets for six things in one transaction. So we didn't have to go through the worry of pre-ordering, or we didn't have to go through worrying about buying the tickets individually. Um, it just, it was easier to just do it that way. Um, so I highly recommend the travel package. And yeah, October will be here before you know it. So
Yeah,
start saving your own money now, bitches.
exactly. And I'll be real. I'm gonna start. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna start my saving in the in the upcoming weeks. I would have been starting it now, but as being an adult, there's things you gotta start paying off, and a lot of these bills came to
You ever pay
fucking.
off Connor for the fucking chair, Steven?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He did.
Yeah,
He did.
Oh, good.
Good man. He's a good man.
he said,
I know.
"Damn,
I was just wondering if he paid you back, man. Because I was
damn,
gonna say, put.
damn, Chase,
I'm
damn."
just, I'm just, I'm just trying to see if you being a straight up buster or not.
Nah, listen, I paid off. I'm a man of my word. I'm a paying man. I was
All
raised right.
right.
I was raised to be a responsible man. Ever seen House Party? I was trying to raise to be a responsible man.
Just stop.
I know I'm gonna stop. Rest
Yeah,
in peace.
but
Okay.
Rest
but
in peace.
yeah, like,
Rest in peace,
and
Robin
then also you
Harris.
guys got to put into factor too, because you guys been there before. You know, what if you don't want to go to Access? You also have to pay money for WrestleCon. You also have to pay money for maybe like the
Right.
ROH or the
Evolve.
Evolve show you want to attend if you want to go do that instead of doing like Hall of Fame or whatever. So it's just like you pretty much just have to like save up your money, not just for WrestleMania, but for all the other events surrounding WrestleMania and stuff. And like I would like to go if we do go WrestleCon. I definitely want to go because OSW is going to be doing a live review. I want to see that.
Yeah, WrestleCon, I'll tell you this right now, folks, and I've said this
Is
before in other videos
the
without getting
highlight
into
of the
too much
weekend.
detail about it again. Um, WrestleCon, if your goal to going to either Access or WrestleCon is to meet wrestlers, WrestleCon's your goal. WrestleCon's your place. If you
Yeah.
want to go there to save money, then Access if you have the travel package. Access was cool,
But it's
but
cool
I
if you
feel
have
like it was
VIP.
very limited.
No. The thing with Access is that you have to get a VIP. You just can't go with general admission. But this way, general
Yeah.
admission is like the window shopper for Access. Yeah, you walk
It-
around, you take pictures, but you don't get the goods of, cutting lines and shit like that. If you really want to enjoy the best of WrestleMania weekend, honestly, go with WrestleCon. This is why, for real, if we do end up doing Orlando, I am willing to sell one access ticket for WrestleCon and do two sessions of that.
You need an access ticket to get into the Superstore?
No,
You don't.
But the access was kind of funky in the sense of just, again, like Steven said, you kind of need the VIP to really kind of experience any of the bigger names there. It was cool to do like some of the photo op stuff and see some of the memorabilia, but no, you did not need. But I have heard that years in the past you did need it to get to the Superstore. But this year they made it totally separate. And to be completely honest, like Steven said as well too, if I had a chance to go back and change anything, I would have sold I would have sold at least one set of access tickets and gone to WrestleCon twice.
Knowing that, you keep this in mind though. On the flip side of WrestleCon, you're gonna end up blowing your money, and that's where you blow your money more. I'll be real with you guys. I literally ended up spending about $250 at WrestleCon.
Yeah, you'll spend more money at WrestleCon because individually you meet more people, and that's the other huge part of it too. Is that there's physically more personalities to meet and more wrestlers and things like that. You will spend more, guaranteed. You'll blow through most. In fact, I'd say about a third of the money I had brought with me was spent just at WrestleCon. But I'm not complaining. It was well worth every single penny. But you blow through it pretty quickly. And that's the other nice perk of it, too, is that, at WrestleMania Access, you had to wait these long-ass lines to meet somebody. Whereas at WrestleCon, the lines were, I think the longest line was for Kurt Angle. No, it was Scott Hall. Scott Hall had the longest line when we were there. We weren't at WrestleCon for very long. But when we were there, Scott Hall had the longest line. I mean, that was understandable.
No. You know who I saw had the biggest line at WrestleCon? I'm amazed by this shit. Pentagon Jr.
I wasn't surprised at that at all. He doesn't make that many.
You know what sucks? I wanted to meet him. But then I thought, like, okay, I'm meet him, but then I saw the line, like, damn. Like, the way you felt, Connor, for me trying to meet Paul Heyman, it was the same way I felt last Saturday. I'm like, damn it.
Cried.
I know. Let's put it this way. That's some mini tips you can give. Like, we have to do like a full video, for those who want.
I'll probably. People have asked me to do a video on it. I'll gladly do it, but I'll probably wait until after SummerSlam because that's when the tickets will go on sale, and that way I'll just tell you guys all the experience that way. I was actually honestly planning on doing it after I got back, but I'm like, probably.
Like, me too. Like, I'll be real with you guys. I even did a video. I did a video, but I never uploaded it. Like,
Or, I mean, honestly, you guys can always just ask me straightforward on Twitter.
Yeah, me too.
Because I've already told a bunch of people more or less the similar ideas and advice, and
yeah.
So hit me up on Twitter if you want more. Again, and I need to stress this too because I've stressed this in the videos before. A huge, mega props and shout outs to Stevie Breach.
Thank you, Stevie
who helped me a lot because when I was planning, I was kind of the head planner for this whole shit. He helped me out with a lot of questions that I have. Met him in person. Guy was awesome. So thanked him in person for all his help with that. So big shout out and props to Stevie Breach and his team for helping me out with that. But anyway, want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next question, guys.
All right. Now this one, Steven, is specifically tailored to you. Simon Nichol, good buddy of ours. With the experience of a few WrestleMania trips under your belt, if you could do anything different during your WrestleMania 29 trip in New York City, what would it be?
New Jersey, damn it, New Jersey.
Well, he put NYC.
I know, I'm fucking around. Okay. Honestly, I would have done differently. I would have not went back home back and forth. That's what I did. WrestleMania 29 weekend, I went to New York for Ring of Honor on Friday. Keep this in mind, the day before, I was not able to sleep because someone upstairs died. I know, it's fucked up, I know, but just the fact that they were screaming, going crazy, I wasn't able to sleep. So you gotta keep this in mind. That Friday, I went to New York with no sleep at all. And in fact, I had to come back home. So you talk from New Jersey to New York, that's like about $12 back and forth train ride from NJ Transit. And then did the exact same thing the next day because the Saturday, myself and Walter, non-legit wrestling for you guys who don't know, the most prolific and undedicated YouTuber of the crew here, we went to the Ring of Honor tapings in New York. So again, from Jersey to New York, another 12 with some change on a round trip ticket, and then factor in that I went to Access. So you kind of get the idea. I spent money just traveling, pretty much. So if it was up to me, I would have stayed in the Secaucus area where the travel packages did for WWE, somewhere around there. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, just like, here's the thing. Where I say the travel packages are worthless if you're in the town. Like, if you live right by the area, I would just say don't get the travel package. Like, if you're in Orlando right now, I guess you could buy a travel package just for the sake of it. But really, to be honest here, if you've been to WrestleManias before and stuff like that, like, just buy it single, because like it's not really going to be that much money for you unless you really want to do a big time vacation. Like when WrestleMania comes in Los Angeles, really, I just want to go to, like, I'll probably only get like a low end thing, or try to get the Raw ticket so I can go to the Raw after as well.
Like, you think about it too. Like, if you think about it, okay, if you live in the Florida area, let's say you live in Tampa or Miami. Hey, I would consider doing the travel package for the hotel's sake. Cause you're not gonna travel from, let's say, from Orlando back home, back and forth. You're not gonna do that. I think the fact that they cover your hotel is a big fucking deal.
They just don't cover
airfare. You have to find a way to get there.
Chair breakage.
I know. Damn it, Connor. Damn it. All right. Hey, let's get to the next.
I couldn't help myself.
Let's get to the next question. Damn it.
All right, hold on. I gotta pull up the list again here. Bear with me. Damn technical difficulties, aka I dropped my phone. Okay, our good friend Weston the Angry of all marks wrote us 3 questions. Number
Connor,
1,
you sound like you're far away right now.
Yep, sorry, my mic died. Give me 1 second.
No! Rest in peace, Connor's mic.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah! His mic died.
Well, my controller, I'm on my Xbox right now, so my controller shuts off to save battery, and so the Kinect picks it up automatically when the thing dies. So, in any case, our good friend, the Angry Mark Weston, the angriest of all Marks. He wrote us 3 questions. Question 1, do you think Fandango and Tyler Breeze would be a good tag team, and what do you think, what would you call their team?
I'm sorry, what's that again? Fandango and
do you think Fandango and Breeze would be a good team, and what would you call them?
Fandango, Tyler Breeze.
Oh, I've got the perfect name for this one.
Okay, Tyler Breeze is this gorgeous guy, right? Fandango is this dancing guy.
Or just dancers.
Fan gorgeous, I don't know. Future endeavored.
Jace.
Gorgeous dancers. I don't care about them. I don't think they make a good tag team at all, honestly.
Febreze.
Wow. Febreze.
Yeah. Febreze.
Breeze.
Yep. Febreze.
Guys, let us know your thoughts. What would you name?
Sells itself.
What would you name the tag team of Fandango and Tyler Breeze if it was up to you? Let us know, guys, in the comment threads. Again, we'll read your comments. Again, if you want to send in questions to me, you can still do so over at Twitter, at HeelSteven, like you see on the screen. The hashtag is down below, AskHS, so I know it's for the Q&A. So because after these questions we get on YouTube, we're going to go over to the Twitter and answer the Twitter questions also. So let's carry on here, people.
All right, hold on 1 second. Just a heads up. I want to, we got, wow, okay. By the way, this stream has just been mentioned by Wrestling Soup. Just throwing that out there.
Awesome, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm dead serious.
On Twitter?
It is Twitter.
Oh my god, dude, this is awesome.
Shout out
to Wrestling Soup.
And shout out to, hold on, un momento, because I have to give credit to the person who tagged them on this. Bear with me here. Again, professionalism is the best.
Probably Michael Cole.
No, it was God damn it, hold on. Wrestling 0509 Matzel. Much love. And he also sent me a question over on Twitter as well too, so I will definitely answer that in just a moment. Well, once we get to the Twitter questions, I will definitely make sure to reference you, my good sir. And he also follows me on Twitter, so hold on. Anyway, back to Angry Mark. Who do you think will win, Atletico or Real Madrid, and what do you think the score will be? I probably butchered that.
I love to go Madrid, Real Madrid. Honestly, as long as Real Madrid doesn't win, I'm happy with that.
Boom. All right. That was
You
an
know,
easy
okay,
question.
you want to know why he shouted us out? Because apparently, fuck is Michael Corvin.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
I guess it's a gimmick that Corbin has wrestling soup. I guess he's like the most disliked guy. Corbin, don't worry. You're loved by us, so it's all good, buddy. You're
It's
loved
all
by
good,
us.
man. We'll get to your questions too. Don't worry. I just
Exactly.
saw that we were shouted out by Wrestling Soup.
I
Holy
mean,
crap!
technically we are. Technically we are. In
Hey,
some way,
listen.
shape.
If
I'll
someone
take
said
it.
"fuck okay, Fabe," let, let's
Shows
say
you entertainment.
what's the no no what's the hell? I'm trying to think of somebody like really.
Big.
If Zack Ryder said "fuck okay, Fabe," like wow, I got mentioned by Zack Ryder. You know what I mean? Like that would be like, oh, cool. All right, last question from Weston the Angry Mark. Has there ever been a time when you've almost quit watching boxing, wrestling, football, or any sport? When you've almost quit?
Um,
I feel like actually right before Mania, you said, right?
like okay, I'll be real with you guys. I'll be very honest.
You said this before, so it's not
And
really.
I know I said this before, but I'm not gonna say it before, But I was planning on retiring from this YouTube thing after WrestleMania 32. That was that was the vibe I had. That was the feeling I had. And I don't know what it was. I guess when I came back on the plane home, like, you know what? Not even that. No. I think the moment I landed off the plane in Dallas, I met you guys and we started recording and shit. Yeah, I ain't leaving anytime soon. You know what I mean? That's probably it. But other than that, though, as far as stop watching wrestling, anything like that, I don't know, because I never really hit that phase. I never really did. Like, the other thing about I feel like a lot of people, this is a big hypocrisy. A lot of you will say, oh, I'm done with the prop because of a certain result that you don't like, but you'll tune in to watch Raw the next day. You'll listen to a YouTuber talk about a show, reviewing a show. You will share an
Welcome
article.
to the Brash.
You will no. You will post articles on either your Twitter or your Facebook pages, about us about what's happening and shit. So I never really hit that phase. What about you guys?
Wrestling. I almost quit watching in 2009 when Oregon lost. I did stop watching. I felt bad because there was this one kid who was also a wrestling fan at my high school, and we were like wrestling buddies because if you liked wrestling in high school, you were a loser, which is pretty funny to think about. But so he asked me if I watched Backlash, and I said no, I'm done with that shit. And then later on, I was like, oh well, Orton finally won the title, and I'm like, oh against Triple H. He was like, oh it was a 6-man tag, and Vince and Shane. I was all like, Shane? I was like, fuck that, dude. Like, I stopped watching in 2009. I stopped watching in '03. 2010, later part of it, I stopped watching. Like, and then Rock came back, and then I've been fully committed ever since. The closest I got to stop watching was probably after WrestleMania 29. Like, that was like where I was like sick and tired of this shit, dude. Like, Rock's our champion. LOL, Cena wins. Fuck this shit, dude. Nothing's gonna change with this fucking company. It's so fucking predictable and boring and stuff like that. So, 29 for sure. Football, never been there. Boxing, never been there.
Yeah.
NBA, I did stop watching NBA for quite some time after Kevin Garnett got traded. I was very depressed. If you grew up as a Timberwolves fan, you should know how much KG means to the organization and stuff. And when he got traded, dude, like I just couldn't watch, man. I was watching the Timberwolves. I remember I watched the first game of that season, dude, and not just hearing from Laurel Murray at Chicago, Kevin Garnett. I was like, this ain't right. So I couldn't watch, and I stopped watching. For the most, I watched the NBA Finals just because I heard KG was in it, but
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Like I wasn't keeping up with the league at all. And then it wasn't until Derrick Rose's MVP season. Like if it was, I'm being dead serious. If it was not for Derrick Rose's MVP season, I probably could care two shits about basketball. Derrick Rose's MVP season just kind of like, oh my god, dude, he was great. He was so fun to watch. I wasn't converting into a Bulls fan or anything. I was a Derrick Rose fan. Like I didn't give a fuck if the Bulls won. I just wanted to see Derrick Rose kill some fools. And the Timberwolves, I heard Ricky Rubio was coming next season, who we drafted in '09, and he was like an exciting prospect from the EuroLeague. Might as well see what my old T Wolves are doing. And I just saw that roster. It was so disgusting. It was like disgusting to look at that shit. But yeah, I did start watching basketball for a little bit. I did stop watching basketball for a little bit because like Garnett was such a childhood icon. Like with the NFL, with the Chargers, LT left, but Rivers was there for me. So at least I knew we still had a quarterback that could play at the professional level. MMA stars come and go in that sport. Same with boxing. With the NBA, when you trade Kevin Garnett and you don't feel like you got the best people out of that deal, like it just stings, man. Like it just stinged for me. I mean, like we went from making the playoffs every year, being consistent, to like sucking with KG because we couldn't get pieces around him. And then we finally traded him. I just couldn't watch anymore. So that was the one time I did quit watching NBA. And soccer, I kind of fell off on soccer, to be honest. I just, when college started, I just never stayed up late to watch the games like I did in high school. Or I didn't just go on my computer to watch the games. So, yeah.
I hear you. But again, I don't think I hit that phase though. I didn't hit that phase yet. Will it happen? Maybe. You just never know. That's the beauty of.
Will it happen? Tune in next week to Heel Steven to see if he just doesn't give a shit anymore. That'd be the greatest tagline for Team Heel podcast. I'm just saying that right now.
I smell a t-shirt on the works. Heel Steven.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We don't give a fuck.
All right, moving on. Thank you, Weston, for those
what
awesome
about you,
questions.
Connor? When was the last? When were you closest to quit watching?
I think right between 29 and 30. WrestleMania 29 and 30, I got kind of a lull, just like, and part of that was because one of my channels got that was when like the OKFabe is Back channel got hacked and taken down. So it was just like a 1-2 combination. It's like I just basically was like in a fuck everything phase, and I never truly stopped watching wrestling, but that came pretty close to it around that time frame between 29 and 30. It's probably the closest. Yeah, that's probably the closest. But actually, ironically, Donnie for Scorpio 18 Talks Wrestling, who is a proud Patreon supporter as well. Yeah. He shout out to him at Scorpio 18 Talks Wrestling. He kind of gave me a kick in the ass to want to come back, and he gave me that itch. I'm like, you motherfucker, and then I came back in. So da. So there you have it.
Yeah. Next question, people. Yay! Let's keep this party started.
Moses Gardner writes 2 questions. First one is, where'd you get that Slick Click shirt? I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I know what you're talking about. So word that in the Q&A announcement video. From the good people over at From the good people over at Top Rope Tuesday, which is now Pro Wrestling Crate.
Boom. And last but not least, and this is I shouldn't like say ugh for this question, but just in general, because I know this is going to start a lot of discussion. Do you think Ring of Honor and TNA will ever join together?
Hell no.
Here we go.
No. I
no.
think okay.
Absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. Because Ring of Honor is not going to bend to TNA shit, and TNA is not going to bend to Ring of Honor shit. They'd be smart if they actually did work together. That'd be like the smartest thing these two could actually do. There's a bunch of TNA talents who wrestle for Ring of Honor, and vice versa. You guys are idiots if they don't work together. But no, they're not going to bend to each other's wills. That's the only problem. Because TNA, for all the shit you want to give TNA, one of their worst attributes is working with other companies. They always burn relationships, man. They burn relationships with that wrestling company in India. They burned that relationship with AAA. And look at where AAA is at. AAA is one of the most successful Mexican companies right now going. It surpassed CMLL once CMLL lost Mystico. So really, to be honest here, man, TNA and ROH working together, it sounds good on paper. Like I would love for that to happen, because that would kick TNA and ROH in the ass and actually maybe provide some interest in stuff that isn't WWE. Maybe some fans will be like, "Oh, what TNA ROH together?" Like it could provide some interest, but they're not going to work together because TNA's stuck in their ways and Ring of Honor is stuck in their stupid ways. And really, to be honest, that's why we'll never see it fucking happen, man. Like it's so dumb too. Like it would make more sense. Like, oh my god, that'd be great. Like, sure on a lower scale, but be interesting to see what the fuck is going on. It'd be better than that GFW invasion they try to pull off. Like, I think it would be good for both parties involved. But the problem is, they just wouldn't bend to each other. They would have their own stupid ways on how things would go down and everything like that.
I think like
They
you
burned
said,
ROH back in the day too. They burned ROH back in the day too. They used to have a talent exchange thing going with Ring of Honor, and then once they stole Joe, that's when they burned ROH.
yeah. It'd be cool to see a crowd promotional show. I always thought, okay, when both of them were on Destination America, I thought, hey, it could happen. Can you imagine at the time Bobby Roode versus Adam Cole? Can you imagine? Just imagine that for a second there. But other than that, I think it's two different philosophies here we're talking about. One is TNA, one is Ring of Honor. I don't see it happening. I just don't. It's like apples and oranges, pretty much. Could one outdo the other? Maybe, but that'll never happen. And if anything, if it were to happen, in some way, shape, or form, I think Ring of Honor will be would have more of a stroke than TNA. I think that's the way it is right now, right?
Good choice of words.
In your guys' opinion, do you think Ring of Honor has now more stroke than TNA, or do you think TNA has more stroke than Ring of Honor?
I think
Ring of
TNA
Honor definitely
has.
should have.
Go ahead, Chase.
No, I think Ring of Honor should have more stroke because like TNA, they're not really. I don't know if they're doing as well as Ring of Honor when it comes to live attendance rates and stuff like that. And like more people are up on Ring of Honor than they are on TNA. Like I know TNA fanboys are gonna come on here saying, "Oh no, TNA is awesome, everything's going great." But I'm just saying, like, out of your circle of friends that you talk to, pretty much if you ask any wrestling fan that is unbiased or anything like that, which one's better, Ring of Honor or TNA? I'm pretty sure a lot of wrestling fans would say Ring of Honor than they would say TNA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Between talent roster and live event attendance and all that stuff, ROH is doing better as a business than TNA right now. So I mean, the problem with that is that if to be fair, if what we've heard is true about Dixie not wanting to give up control, there's your answer.
Why the fuck does she not want to give control?
That's no. But my point is that how many deals have supposedly fallen through? And again, supposedly, I'm trying to be fair here. Supposedly fallen through because she doesn't want to give up her stock or control of the company. So if that's the case, why would why would that work out with Ring of Honor? It wouldn't, is my point.
Yeah, exactly. Next question.
All right, moving on. We got 3 from the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Michael Corvin. We've got 3 from him. First question: has WWE damaged Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family beyond repair, or can they still be saved?
His family, I think, is damaged.
His family's damaged.
Why can be saved?
Bray can be saved. I think Bray will eventually transition to the babyface route when he comes back. But as far as the family's concerned, yeah. I mean, if anything, if we were to pick one member from the family, I would say Luke Harper. But does anyone really give a fuck about, fucking Eric Rowan or my bad. Fucking Eric Rowan, Garbage Man, or
Yeah,
or
I know. I don't know who this Eric, whatever the fuck you're trying
or
to name,
or
is.
the Care Bear. Oh no.
No.
But
No
you
one cares
get
about these two bozos.
exactly. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think again, if whoever can be saved from there is probably Bray and Luke Harper. What do you guys think?
Put it this way: what credibility?
Definitely.
Let me put it this way: what credibility does the family have?
None.
Talk about Roman Reigns and the
All they-
Usos or the Wyatt family. That'd be more specific.
The Wyatts. What credibility as a group does the Wyatts have? None. Bray
They beat the
Wyatt
Shield
himself. But Bray Wyatt has himself more credibility as a solo competitor. because that's who the focus point is and should be. So I think there's your answer right there.
Word.
Yep, pretty much. Bray Wyatt can be saved. He has the babyface run
And I
potential.
do say
Like
that,
with him.
and I say that as a collective. Obviously, Harper's been a former Intercontinental Champion, and I don't see any issues with him having breaking off on his own. I'm saying like, oh hey, let's give Eric Rowan a massive IQ and see how that goes. Have him come out to this weird like, creepy, uh, freaking like turnstile kids music with a Rubik's cube that he can solve it. Fucking stupid.
How
Anyway,
did fucking garbage man? Straight up, dude. How did this fucker go from stalking Renee Young to all of a sudden get a high IQ? Like, fuck this shit, dude. Fucking
I don't know.
botches his own roundhouse. Fucking sucks in the ring. Fucking is trash. Everyone wants to talk about all these other wrestlers being trash. No, the worst wrestlers on the roster are Garbage Man and Care Bear. Both these guys are bums and bozos. And I want to hear you motherfuckers say, "Oh, Chase, you're just a muscle mark because you like Reigns and Ryback." No, the Reigns and Ryback actually fucking do shit besides these two bums. Fuck them.
Bam. Okay, speaking of which, if you were in charge of WWE or TNA, how would you go about bringing back jobber/enhancement matches on a regular basis? I've already said this. I've already beaten this to the ground, but you guys go ahead.
Um, that's a good. I mean, how we like put him on the show? If you like, what put him on the show? Right?
It just says in general. It just says in general.
I just focused that he has matches for like superstars or main event, and for TNA, I guess it would be on their Explosion show if they still have it. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think honestly they need to get rid of either main event or superstars, if not both. There's no point to them whatsoever. Well, I mean, one of them would just be promotional for like a local, like a smaller scale, like, but even still, I'm not even 100% big fan on it, to be completely honest with you.
I keep main event because you can be able to like film some good dark matches that you can air, while like superstars is just useless.
Yeah.
But honestly, and I've said this to a T, is they need to do it back the way they did in the 80s, where you have a good chunk of like jobber matches or like squash matches, but you do it to the sense where like the squash guy at least gets a couple of moves in. You know what I mean? Like you might see an upset now every now and then, but the point is that what that does is it builds up your main event stars, even the ones that are on the smaller end of the scale as far as the card goes. Because when you see like a match like, and I say this for the most part, obviously there's probably some exceptions, but let's say for example, let's say you see, oh, we're gonna have Kevin Owens against Heath Slater. Who do you really think is gonna win that one?
On paper, Kevin
Kevin
Owens.
Owens, 100%.
Of course, and he probably would. But if you saw, if you saw Kevin Owens versus Heath Slater after Heath Slater just beaten like, I don't know, jobbers for 8 straight weeks in a row, and the Social Outcast was getting a decent push, maybe you're not so much as sure. Maybe you're not so sure as anymore. My point is that it brings up the value of the lower card guys, at the very least. So that's the primary reason I would kind of do away with that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, look at Ryback. He did a bunch of jobber matches, and then he became a main eventer. It's like, it helps out keep talents away from each other. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Next question.
Okay, bear with me, folks. Da-na-na-da-na-na. Yeah, just random stupid music as I'm scrambling to find this because I'm trying to multitask. Michael Corvin's last question, and I actually really enjoyed this one. What are your thoughts on Raven, and should he have been a bigger star than he is?
Yeah, I think he should have been a bigger star. I think that it's one of those things, I guess, at the wrong... I mean, he was at the right place, but unfortunately, on the big stage that was WWE, they never really, did anything with him, unless the hardcore, but... It's crazy. I remember there was a biography of him. Like he introduced himself. Hi, I'm Raven, former this, former that, and 27 time or whatever the fuck it was, hardcore champion for WWE. Like, god damn.
He's a genius. There's no way around that. And I've actually seen his like local stuff where he's helped with other independent talent. And to be honest, It's an unfortunate situation. If he doesn't get into the Hall of Fame for
That's if
his
he wants to
contributions
go
to the
though.
business, I'd be kind of shocked.
That's if he wants to go in though.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. I
yeah,
mean,
he deserves. He deserves to be in it. You know, all you want. I
I
say
think he
if
should.
anything, if anything, he could be a good coming for creative. If you put creative back the way it used to be, I think he could be one of the big guys in creative. But at the same time, is if he wants to though. You know, dude, we could sit here and name a lot of guys or a lot of women that we would love to see in the Hall of Fame that should be in the Hall of Fame, but if they want to go or not.
I
Yeah.
mean,
When it comes to Raven, he's good. I just hated that like a lot of times if he did have booking, he would always be in the fucking main event, and I was like having to force speed and understand that Raven was like some great wrestler of all time. Like that was the only annoying part about his career, but he's wonderful overall.
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom.
Next questions here. All right. Just in case, guys, like I said, if you want to send in some questions, go over to Twitter at HeelSteven. And again, use the hashtag AskHS like you see on the screen. And I'll answer some questions from there at the end of us reading the YouTube questions. So,
All right, Chase Allen, the Chase Allen asks very two simple questions, but I say simple, but they're gonna be complicated as fuck. Most overrated and underrated wrestler in history.
God damn it.
And break out the popcorn. We're gonna be here a while.
Underrated, like, such great talent, but, never really used to their full potential, if you mean.
I mean, underrated in the sense, yeah, and I'd probably is overrated as someone who's a mega star who probably shouldn't have been.
Underrated, I'd say Tyson Kidd.
I'll tell you who the overrated is. I'll tell you my overrated easily, and well, I gotta think about it for a minute. You go ahead, Stephen.
I'd say for underrated, I'd say Tyson Kidd.
Ooh, good point.
Overrated Sami Zayn, underrated Tyson Kidd.
In history, though?
I thought I meant currently. Sorry, my bad.
No, in history.
In history? Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Overrated,
yeah, that's
overrated in history is Lex Luger. No fucking doubt about it. No one was buying into the Lex Express shit, dude.
Yeah,
So overrated.
that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, I want.
And then underrated in history, that's well, okay. Lex Luger's overrated for sure, but also the Great Muta is pretty fucking overrated
I think.
well. So those,
I don't think there's
those
one I
two
could
are
do
pretty
for either
over-
or.
Underrated. It's so hard to say underrated in history.
I feel like
Honky.
I feel like Honky Tonk's underrated.
Yeah, to some degree, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a hard one to answer. Like Brian Pillman.
Underrated.
Underrated for sure. I think that's a tough one to just narrow down to one. That's a tough one to narrow down to one.
You know what? You know what? I'll throw in a different name, Mystico, when he was in Mexico. That guy was underrated.
Owen Hart.
Because when he came to WWE, he fucked himself up by not going to WWE style right away, like going to FCW.
He also didn't bother to learn.
Yeah, English.
Yeah, so he there's a lot of things he did.
Yeah, but Mystico in Mexico, man, fuck, people want to talk about guys who do flips and shit, man. You guys would love Mystico in Mexico.
Mystico, Mexico. Mystico.
Damn, that's such a loaded question.
But overrated? God damn it, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go,
and then,
yeah.
And then here we go, and then silence. How about we put a pin in that one? If you think about it on the way.
Yeah.
Because that's a deep one. That one's gonna take some time. So I have to.
I don't want to say something to piss everyone. What the fuck? How dare you say that?
I just think Sami Zayn's overrated. I don't give a fuck, man.
You mean the
can't wrestle any short matches. Always has to do his signature moves.
I say to some extent, I say to some extent Daniel Bryan's overrated, and that's a huge
No,
what
no,
the
no, no.
fuck.
Oh, okay, fuck it.
But here,
Okay.
but my point of the overrated of Daniel Bryan is not who he is as a performer, is to people's reactions to his as a performer. I think Daniel Bryan's a great performer. I love him his in ring ability, but it's not like everyone's like he's God. Like, calm your fucking ass down. Like there's a difference between when I say overrated, I mean like to the point where people's opinions of him are think like there's like so highly regarded. It's not that I don't think these people are like horrible wrestlers. It's just that I think people's general perspective of how great they really are as far as like being like the top
Oh yeah.
echelon is a little skewed. And I'm not saying it's completely
I
wrong. I just think it's
I just
I
don't
think it's
see how Sami
overrated.
Zayn is. I just don't see how Sami Zayn is that great. Like everyone says he's a main eventer, and I say, what the
I
fuck?
like Sami Zayn, but honestly, I liked him better as Generico.
Yeah. Well, he's just running a generical gimmick without the generical mask. It's just him. It's
But the
just him
but the
living off a
Generico
past gimmick.
but the Generico gimmick at least had like the bilingual thing, and to me that made it a little more entertaining.
Ole, ole, ole,
You know what I mean? Like even from a
ole.
comedy standpoint, because at least there's and honestly the whole thing with what was it, Carino and Steen against Generico and Cabana was some of the greatest stuff I've seen. But I think part of that was because Generico was such a I don't want to say laughable gimmick because it wasn't laughable, but more comedy and more lighthearted. I don't get
Overrated.
that with Sami. I don't
You
get that
ready?
with Sami Zayn.
Overrated. You ready for this one? You ready for this?
Same
CM Punk.
That's a good one.
You know why I say that? Because I feel like a lot of people, real shit, jumped on the bandwagon of CM Punk after the pipe bomb. A lot of y'all started
Of course
giving
they
this.
did.
A lot of you guys
Of course
started
they
giving.
did.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they were championing back in '06, all you want. But y'all really started jumping on the bandwagon and just hopped on the CM Punk dick right after fucking the pipe bomb. Which I always
Tastes
remember
like
because it was my fucking birthday.
tastes like Chicago. Um, anyway, that was a horrible joke. All right, I want to move on because actually the next question does have to do with CM Punk. So, Remy LeBeau.
Le Beau, Le Beau, Le Beau.
Le Beau,
Maybe
I'm
he's
sorry.
French. If it's French, I apologize. If it's not French, I apologize.
Well, I'm
Le
fucking
Beau.
horrible. I fuck up names all the time. With the news that Punk's progression as a fighter is not going well and old injuries are slowing him down, interfering with his training, and the feeling that Mickey Gall will, quote, run through him, is it safe to say Punk will never fight in the UFC despite all the hype surrounding him?
Oh, he's gonna fight, alright. He's gonna fight. He has to fight. If you're Dana White, you're hoping he fights because when he fights, guess what? A lot of the wrestling diehards, the fake MMA fans, will tune in to watch him fight, and that's eyeballs on his
me.
product.
Me.
That's eyeballs on Dana's product.
Just
if
from a
it-
promoting standpoint.
And now at the same time, his shit not going well. Hey, listen, he made the choice. You know what I mean? He had to step in there, but he chose to. From a guy who had problems with his back and injuries and knee problems, what have you, all of a sudden try to get into something that's real. You know what I mean? Why, oh, why at his age is beyond me. You know? But it's, again, if he fights, awesome. If he doesn't, then you know what? Whatever. Does he deserve to be in the octagon? Fuck no. Fuck no. But at the same time, it's eyeballs on the UFC product. The same way it was when Brock fought. But Brock was, a whole nother story. A whole nother ball game.
Brock's like one of those once in a lifetime athletes. Okay, like
Exactly.
there's no, you can't compare CM Punk to Brock Lesnar. That like when I hear people say, "Oh, it's just like Brock Lesnar," it's like no, like Brock's just a machine. Brock's a machine.
Brock's a beast, and that's that's the lingo. But legitimately, I've never seen a guy like him in any sport. Period.
Exactly. He's a freak. He's a freak athlete.
Insane athlete. CM Punk is not an athlete. He is someone that was able to do good in wrestling, but he's not an athlete per se. Exactly. So I don't get this whole thing. Like, look, he's going to have to fight. They're going to make him fight and stuff like that. If he gets his ass kicked, so what? He got his ass kicked. If it happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do. They're not really going to build off of him. UFC is doing fine if he does. If he does fight, if he doesn't, they still have Rousey, they still have McGregor, they still have a bunch of other names. They don't really need CM Punk that bad at this moment of time. Yeah, John Jones.
But okay, now let's get on to the next question here. See,
Okay.
you see,
You'll have
we
what?
managed to get through this question. We managed to though. We managed to get through that question, which is amazing.
Well, you know what's funny is that I'm actually the beauty of Xbox allows me to. You know, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'll tell you guys after we get off the air. Remy's next question: what are your thoughts on Bret Hart saying that pro wrestling needs quote more big men on the latest
Man,
episode of his podcast, The Sharpshooter Show?
I did not hear it, but do they need more big guys? Yeah, kind of do.
Who would have thought Bret Hart out of all fucks would be saying this?
Exactly.
I was just thinking about that as soon as I read that. I'm like, really? Of all people, Bret?
No, but they do need a little bit more big men. I'm not saying the whole roster needs to be filled with big men and stuff like that, but they do need a little bit more because today's roster, I'm telling you guys right now, they may look like they're giants on TV, but today's roster is kind of small. This is the smallest roster it's been in quite some time. Like people who are considered heavyweight champions are pretty much cruiserweights holding the heavyweight title. It's like a bunch of Rey Mysterios running around right now. So it's just
Well,
it doesn't help a lot of the
Guys,
performers.
I'll be right
Like,
back. I'm gonna use the bathroom, so just carry on with this question. Answer this. I'll be back. All right.
I don't know why you have to announce this. You could just say that, hey, I'll be right back. You don't
I'll
need
be
to
right.
tell everyone you're going to take shit.
Hey, listen. I'll be RB. I'm gonna take a leak.
I mean, I'm doing that right now while I'm on the Xbox, so.
Yeah, dude.
BRB.
But yeah, like the thing is, they need a good balance. You know what I'm saying? Like a good balance of like, okay, there's bigger guys, and then there's like smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like, oh, we need a bunch of like 6'8" guys, but like guys like Cena's height, 6'4", 6'2". You know, guys like Dean Ambrose height, maybe just a little bit more bulked up than Dean Ambrose. Like just more guys like that. That would just help out a lot because bigger guys do help the smaller guys. The smaller guys do help the bigger guys. The more you have those two things there, the better. You know, just two smaller guys always fighting. Yeah, you're gonna get that high flying nonstop action. Some of that gets boring after a while, man. You start to get kind of worn down of seeing all these super kicks and all this other shit. And same with two big guys going at it. It works when you have two big guys versus one big guy versus one small guy. Those are good matches. Helps the big guy get heel heat. He's picking on a little guy, or it can help the small guy get babyface heat. So really, to be honest here, I feel like there needs to be more bigger guys, and that's the thing. The Performance Center, they have a bunch of ex-football players and everything like that. So
I'm back, people.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I mean, I kind of wish, like, you know how everybody well, I shouldn't say everybody, but most people don't like Big Show right now. I wish we had someone of Big Show build, but
Big Show's
like,
the man,
I
okay?
wish we could just take Big Show from like 1997 when he was like really in great shape, but he was still a giant. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we had that Big Show or someone like that
With the
now.
singlet, the whole Honor the
No,
Giant.
but I mean with the athleticism to back it, like, Big Show used to do fucking drop kicks.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did a moonsault once, Big Show. He did.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I wish we had that, or we had another Vader. If we had another Vader right now, I'd be so pumped.
Oh my
Because
god! Imagine.
because I feel like Big Show, I feel like WWE, and this is just to kind of lean on the subject, I feel like WWE leans on him a little bit too much as far as like what he does in the ring. I'm not saying he doesn't do anything, but I feel like they lean on his on his weaknesses a little.
You know what they need? They need another Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid.
Oh, yeah, another Psycho Sid would be cool too.
Because I am the man that ruled the world.
Because like I know a lot of people like to say like, oh, monster characters in WWE. Like when I think of monsters in wrestling, I don't just think of like the Undertakers or the Kanes. I think of like what Connor said, Vader. Bam Bam at one point in time. Those are monsters to me. Like
Bam
guys
Bam.
Abyss.
that just look too big. That are so big that you can't believe they're big. Like Kevin Owens is big, but he's like we've seen Kevin Owens. He used to be skinny. He just got fat. Bray Wyatt, he's not really that tall of a dude. Like he's a good size. I'm not saying Bray Wyatt's a bad height size or anything like that, but he's not a monster. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't help when you stick him next to two guys that are like almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah, and that could classify as the monster class if WWE could use them correctly, but they can't. And both these guys are not really that capable to be monsters in their own right. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we need more people like that too, just because it's like those guys do help. And I think a lot of wrestling fans sometimes like they don't look at the bigger picture. They look at their little window of wrestlers they like, I would like wrestling fans one day to turn their head one day and just look at another window and see like, there's this guy getting screwed over, there's that guy getting screwed over, there's another guy getting screwed over. Holy shit! It's not just my fucking favorites that I like to love so much. It's these guys too. Wow, this company's in trouble because a lot of people don't see that. They just look at their window and their NXT window, as I like to call it, and say, "Oh, these guys are just gonna get screwed over." Or it's like, well, look at the guys that are not in NXT and how screwed over they are. One day, look, and it'll help you.
Absolutely. Boom.
All right, last question from Remy. Did TNA make a mistake by not having James Storm win his feud with Bobby Roode in the TNA World Heavyweight title back in 2011, 2012? Wow, that's a pull that out from 4 years ago.
Should he have won the feud? Like, should he win the title and all that? Should he been
I'm
the
guessing.
one? Should he been the one to end? I'll be real with you. I personally feel that Bobby Roode should have beat Kurt Angle back at Bound for Glory 2011. When it happened,
Hulk Hogan had to go on the radio and saying Bobby Roode wasn't ready. What a fucking moron!
He wasn't ready, brother. He wasn't ready, brother.
He wasn't ready, brother.
But
ready, dude.
It's funny because the following impact after Bound for Glory, they had James Storm beat Kurt Angle clean with the super kick, right? The celebration in the Impact Zone. They had one beer bottle, just one beer bottle in the ring with, Fortune celebrating, what have you. They had James Storm in the crowd with the belt, and the following impact after that, Bobby Roode wins the belt, turning heel. They could have prevented all of that.
An argument.
Do I agree with
James Storm, Bobby Roode thing?
Yeah, I personally feel that.
Steven?
I remember that match though at Lockdown 2012. I remember the super kick that James Storm did.
A lot of people were upset with that. I was one of them.
I kind of dug it. Wait, you're talking about when he super kicked him out of the cage?
Out of the cage, yeah.
I like that one. Dude,
I was pissed off because I thought James Storm should have won.
But that's kind of like the Austin cage ending where Big Show threw him through the cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, I was just saying I wanted James Storm to win. That's why I was pissed off.
Oh, okay.
Me too. But at the same time, though, I feel like, that I like the direction that we're going with the feud because, hey, it's too original, not too WWE, cookie cutter bullshit. Like they had, I remember back in 2010, it was fucking Matt Morgan and Anderson and Jeff Hardy feuding for the fucking title, for that purple belt they had, that Immortal title. And now 2012, you had Bobby Roode and James Storm. Then Destination X.
Excuse me, it was James Storm and Bobby Roode. Sounds like he's saying it from the 1920s.
No, but the thing is, why I say it's a good argument, this question is because the thing is, if James Storm would have won the title, then it's like we don't get Austin Aries doing the whole option C thing, which was needed for the X division. Yeah. But then later on, if you kind of think about it, should have Austin Aries taken the belt off of Bobby Roode, should have been James Storm at Bound for Glory. So you have waited for that moment. That's why this is an argument, to be honest, when you think about it. Because like so many different things could have happened. And plus, if you look at James Storm and Bobby Roode, that was a great match they had at Bound for Glory, but it mid-carded the fucking show. It mid-carded Bound for Glory that year. I was so pissed off, man. I was like, this is no way this is the third match on the card. What's going to top this match? Guess what? No other match on the card topped that fucking match. You know what we got afterwards? Oh, the great reveal of Devon being a part of the Aces and Eights. You guys remember that? Devon Dudley,
the VP,
unmasked,
the VP, baby,
Hardy,
the VP.
In contract negotiations with TNA, freaking winning the world title. Like, what the fuck?
But all I can say to that, though, honestly, though, damn Dixie.
No, we don't. It's damn TNA creative. They're idiots.
But that too. But at the end of the day, the shit fall on Dixie though. At the same time, when you think about it. With that being said, over at the TEAMHEEL podcast, over at Spreadshirt, get yourself the damn Dixie shirt. Just saying, available in all sizes, be shipped all over the world. Go over to TEAMHEEL.
You were waiting to crack out that gem.
TEAMHEEL.spreadshirt.com. Get the damn Dixie t-shirt. Next
It
question.
looks like Dixie Carter.
That's the point, damn it. God,
Wait, that's around the point, though.
that's around the
All
point.
right,
That's around the point.
Thank you, Remy, for those awesome questions. Kadeem Simon writes 3 really interesting questions. This one's probably the most interesting. Name a match everybody loved but you hated.
Um,
This is
Oh.
so easy for me.
a match that everyone loved that I like. Chase, you go first. You go first, Chase. You go first.
Oh, this one's easy. I was the only fucker that I knew hated this match. Payback, couple years back, Shield versus Evolution, that stupid elimination match. I hated that match. I said it sucked, and everyone's like, "What? Okay, just Seth Rollins off the stage!" Like, couldn't believe that I did not like that match, dude. That match fucking sucked, and I fucking hated that match, man.
Yeah.
What other match? There's a lot. No, there's a lot of matches where I just do not get the love for. I just sit there and I watch it and I say to myself, how do people love this shit? Like, that match made no sense. It was a no holds barred elimination match. They were wrestling like it was a regular tag team match, and then all of a sudden, then they wanted to go bring the weapons out. Like, it started off good. They were brawling with each other, and then they were wrestling. Don't wrestle in a no holds barred match. It's no holds barred for a reason. So yeah, fuck that.
I'll say
other
this.
matches.
For
You know
me-
what? Davey versus Eddie 2. You guys remember Davey versus Eddie Richards 1, best in the world. That was a good match. But then their second one, it was so much better, right? And I said to myself, no.
Final
and the
battle?
biggest
Was
one,
it
I
final
got
battle?
shitted on for this one.
Was it Final Battle? Was it Final Battle 2012,
Yeah.
2011?
Yeah, Davey versus Eddie 2. It wasn't that good. But the final one that I get shit on the most, and I think you guys will even be surprised when I say this match, TNA Genesis 07, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, or 06, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe the first time. Fucking dreadful. Hate that match.
Was that their first time? Yeah, that was their first.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that first. Yeah.
Everyone I like their Iron Man match better. I like their Lockdown Steel Cage match better. I like those matches better. I hate the first match. The first match is just so overrated on so many levels by so many people.
This might surprise a lot of people, but the Bret Shawn Iron Man match to me, I wasn't a fan of.
What?
Oh,
What's wrong
how dare
with
you,
you?
Connor? 60 minutes of 72.
Connor, how dare you, Connor? That was the in-ring work. God, Chase doesn't.
And I wasn't a fan of it, and it's just, I think maybe because of the ending, where like Bret walks out and then Shawn like I don't know, just something about that match, it definitely takes a place in history, and it's a huge significance in both careers of Bret and Shawn, but honestly, eek. Yeah, not that one.
Okay.
When I say this, I've only seen that match once in my life, and I don't need to go see it again. That match right there. Credit to all those who go back and watch WrestleMania 12. I don't know how you can watch that fucking match again, dude.
I think that's the other part of it too, is that it's just the length of it. Like, there's no other. They've only done one other 60-minute Iron Man match in the history of WWE, as far as I can remember.
Fully loaded.
We can use the steel steps. We can use the steel chain. We can do anything we want. Make one of the toughest matches in WWE history. A knockout, drag 'em out war.
Wait. Which one?
Fully loaded.
Cena Orton. Cena Orton.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. What are you talking about, Steven?
Remember Triple A versus The Rock?
Oh yeah, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Judgment Day. I'm sorry. 2000.
That was 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was 60 minutes. Yeah, it was.
Fuck, I thought it was 30.
Where Shawn Michaels the referee, Undertaker came back with the biker gimmick.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Shit. Never mind.
I'm gonna say, for me, most of the match that I think everyone loved and shit, like, oh my god. God damn it! I lost the train of mind here.
Sorry, I blew everyone's mind with that answer.
What a dude.
Okay, I'm gonna say. God damn it!
We'll come back to you, Steven.
We'll get back to me on this. Come back to me on this one.
Because this next question is very deep and thought-provoking. It's, do you like orange soda?
Cadillac's orange soda.
Is it
I
true?
do. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That question does make me crave orange soda right now.
Sunkist,
No, but I'm
Fanta.
not. I'm gonna be dead honest here. I fucking hate orange soda. It gives me like the nastiest shits.
Oh, I know what I'm feeding you at Mania then. Just crush all the time.
Okay.
I
got it.
Because I'm
I got
allergic
it.
to oranges. Maybe that's why.
I got it. And I was there for this.
What's
I
your
was
most
there.
overrated match?
I was there for this shit. I was there.
Fucking spit it out. Spit it out.
Extreme Rules 2014. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, the cage?
What the? No one loved that match.
You'd be surprised,
Everyone
dude.
said that match.
The cage match was horrid.
It was.
I talked to one person that liked their steel cage match like Extreme Rules. That match was trash.
You know who the one person who liked that match was? The kid outside the ring.
He got the whole
that was
world
literally
in
it.
his
Um,
hand.
But yeah, Chase. If we bunk together, I'm giving you, or as long as you sleep in someone else's bed, you and Steven share a bed, and I'm just gonna feed you crush in your sleep. So you have the worst orange soda farts. All right.
Oh, God.
Last question from Kadeem.
I'll be shitting all day off the toilet.
That's great stuff. Kadeem's last question: something you like about today's wrestling fan? I have a good one, but I want to save it for the end.
What I like about today's fan is that a lot of them are open. Some of them are open-minded. So I think you have to be a very fucking open-minded fan nowadays. I feel like a lot of fans just bitch about it. I feel like a lot of fans nowadays just bitch about everything. Without it ever actually having it being, played out, if you will. The fact that there's some that go out of the way to find alternatives. Without forcing it down people's throats. For example, I could tell you guys, hey, check out an example here. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Check it out. But I'm not gonna fucking go, hey, you have to fucking, subscribe to New Japan World. You have to fucking watch the Super Junior. You have to check out Tanahashi. I'm not fucking gonna do that to you guys. I can suggest it, but, just saying. What about you guys?
I like that there's a passionate ones where they just like they stick to their guns. No matter how much bullshit you feed them, they still believe in it, which is good. I like you guys. Like for example, I'm not gonna change my opinion just because of what someone says. I think Sami Zayn's overrated. Just because you don't does not mean you have to think like me. Like, it's good that you believe Sami Zayn's great. Awesome. I'm glad you see something in Sami Zayn that I don't. But just know, just because I think Sami Zayn is overrated does not make me think all of a sudden like, oh, I'm less of a wrestling fan. Like, I like people who are passionate in what they believe in. They just want to stick to their guns and they believe in their shit. Look, I'm not going to change my mind on Sami Zayn unless he does something to change my fucking mind. It's up to the performer to change my mind on them.
The cab driver.
And unless they do it, I just don't see it. Like Sami Zayn in NXT, I like that Sami Zayn. That was a good Sami Zayn. That Sami Zayn actually had story and character and everything behind it, where it made sense. You couldn't win the big match. Just couldn't win the big match. This Sami Zayn that I get on the main roster, this guy's trash. He can't wrestle short matches. He freaking has to do all his signature moves a bunch of times. Too many false finishes. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't need that many false finishes. Fucking wrestle a match without a false finish for once. No character, just always happy to be here. Then why are you beating up Kevin Owens if you're happy to be here? You should have no reason to be beef with Kevin Owens. Oh, he injured him. But he's happy to be here. He's happy to be in the company. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, really, to be honest here, I'm just glad that there's people who stick to their guns and they, like, like the TNA fanboys, the New Japan fanboys, the ROH bots, the freaking WWE fanboys, whatever you want to call them. At least they stick to their guns. They ain't gonna, change their mind. You can tell them all the things in the world, but hey, man, they passionate about something. So that's good. I'm glad there's passionate folks out here.
Yes. Okay, Faye, what about you?
I will say the one thing I love about today's wrestling fan is the creative ways they bash things. And I say that not as like a troll joke or like anything of that nature, but I'm dead serious. Like some of the way that people have insulted or creatively like shown their like hatred. It's one thing to say like, oh, fuck everything and fuck this. That's boring. At least these other people have come up with the most creative, funniest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. They've put together these things that just make me crack up laughing. Not even necessarily for the thing that they're hating, but just for the way their descriptive uses and their verbiage is just downright like I borderline shit my pants sometimes, just because of how funny it is. So I think like that's probably the number one thing, which is a sad thing to say, but it's true.
Yeah. All right. So the next question.
All right, thank you, Kadeem. Matthew Lopez. Okay, I'm gonna butcher these fucking names.
Canelo.
If
Canelo.
Okay, if Canelo faces Triple G, who would win? Oh, sorry. That's the first question.
Um,
If can, yep.
Here's the thing about it. If it's 160, I see Triple G winning the fight. If they're fighting at Canelo weight, because Canelo Alvarez loves to make all his fights at 155, then I can see Canelo winning the fight. Not finishing him, but probably by a good split decision.
Moving on. Next question.
It's really hard. That fight's interesting. Because no, I want to answer this one too. I'm a boxing fan myself.
There you go.
Canelo has a good fighting style. Likes to push the pace. Likes to dirty box a lot. Dirty box is not a bad term either. It's called like getting in close, hurting the stomach, sometimes hitting uppercuts to the chin and shit like that. But Triple G, he's just like sometimes someone that welcomes the fight, so that could cause him problems with Canelo. But I think
Yeah.
Triple G will win via like knockout in the 10th round.
Yeah.
But it won't be like a clean like, oh my god, he got knocked the fuck out knockout. It'll be like, oh, he got knocked down 3 times, so they have
Not a Stipe Miocic to Fabricio Verdum knockout. That I saw the replay of that. There's a GIF online. That shit was brutal. Just saying. But again, I think at the same time, though, I think there's a lot of fans who are demanding the fight to happen now because they don't want to wait like they had to wait for Pacquiao Mayweather. And look what happened with that fight. It was shit. So that fight, I think if anything, September. Could it be Cowboy Stadium? You never know. Next question, Corner.
Who's gonna beat Roman for his title?
I say Rollins.
I'm gonna go with whoever's Money in the Bank.
Hi, Kevin.
The grin on my face says it all right now.
I mean, completely honest with you, Steven, the last like couple of weeks I've just been super high on Kevin Owens lately. I'm not gonna lie.
As you should be, as you should be. I'm gonna say he's gonna walk out of Extreme Rules as the new Intercontinental Champion.
He's the best heel in the company right now.
My only complaint with Kevin Owens is that he walks out showing his belly. Like, stop walking out like you're gonna fall over, dummy. Just walk normal.
I think what it is, yeah, I'm a fat fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think that's part
like
of his idgaf.
I want him to look. I want him to look menacing. I look like he just got out. He got off the couch and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go wrestle now. It's time for me to go wrestle SummerSlam."
Yeah. Besides, have you seen him on Twitter? He's a Twitter savage. Like, honestly, Shinsuke
commentary skills are on point.
Shinsuke Nakamura is the king of strong style. Joey Bryan, the king of dong style. Kevin Owens, in my opinion, is the king of no chill style.
King of block style.
No chill. No chill at all. Have you seen what he wrote to some kid on Twitter? I mean, about the biggest problem was that his mom gave birth to that said person that Kevin Owens was calling out and shit. It's fucking fun, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be Money in the Bank. Have him cash in. I'd mark out for that. I'd lose my shit.
I like it. I think people should know I do like Kevin Owens. So my big complaint is that he just comes out and he shows off his gut too much. Like, come on, dude.
Next question.
I think his character's kind of lame too. Like, I mean, Prod spotter, but he's running away. He can stand up to John Cena, but runs away from Sami Zayn. Like, what the fuck? Makes no sense.
Well, I mean, the one thing I will give him credit for is that although this is kind of head scratching for me, Kevin losing the Intercontinental title, I would think that the first main goal of him would be to go for the heavyweight. But to their credit, I think they're trying to like keep him away from that. Again, I think Kevin's the best heel on the roster right now, hands down. I think he's the best active full-time heel on the roster, and the fact that they're keeping him away from the championship is kind of a blessing. So that when he does go for it, man, it's gonna be. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that one. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah. Read some comments here. Michael Corbin, great. KO isn't in wrestling to be a heel on fucking Twitter. And you should not be hated by most of the calls in Wrestling Soup. But that's around the point, Mr. Michael Corbin. But all right.
I heard Michael Corbin hated that there was a MILF Mary Jane, and he was pissed off by that.
Oh, damn.
And then he said, "Oh, there was no MILF Mary Jane in the comics ever." Ultimate Spider-Man. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, there's always a MILF Mary Jane in my head.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think that's like a dumb reason. Like, I'm gonna be dead honest. I think it's a dumb reason if it's one of his complaints. No offense, Michael Corbin, but it is pretty fucking stupid. That you're like, oh, it's stupid that it's a hot Mary Jane. Who gives a fuck? Like, Peter being 14 is fine. He was a kid when he got bit by a radioactive spider. So
he was in high school.
Yeah, but I don't know why he's upset about a MILF Mary Jane. Like, what's wrong with that?
I mean, be upset if Kingpin wasn't fat and he was slim or skinny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess that didn't really. Well, fuck.
I'll be real.
The characteristics didn't really.
If they do a Spider-Man movie, I wanted to do it with Kingpin being the villain. Kingpin.
As a throwback to the animated series.
Kingpin's a Daredevil villain, though.
I know, but still, I always seen him also with Spider-Man, though, in the cartoons. Remember?
Yeah. No, but okay.
Mostly a Daredevil villain.
Right. So the cool thing I liked about the animated series was the fact that the animated series did a lot of crossovers with a lot of the other Marvel characters. So Spider-Man has still the biggest plethora of villains. But the thing is that hold on, and my microphone just cut off again. Give me a second.
Yay.
Is that a lot of the villains also crossed over too. Chase is right. Predominantly, Kingpin's a Daredevil villain. Predominantly. Kind of like how Dr. Doom, even though he's had feuds with Captain America and all these others, is predominantly a Fantastic Four villain. Red Skull is predominantly a Captain America villain, blah, 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 blah. But anyway,
I think
should I read the next question?
Okay. Next question here.
Okay. Last one from Matthew Lopez. What do you think will be the best headliner for the UFC Madison Square Garden debut?
Main event, as far as
John versus Rumble Johnson.
Yeah. Or if not, Ronda versus Cyborg if the fight happens in New York. You know? So there you go.
All right, next question. Kason Frost. What do you think of what did you think of WWF during the year 2000?
I thought it was
loved it.
Yeah, it's a cool year. You had Triple H feuding with The Rock, the return of Stone Cold Steve Austin and DX Express, Kane feuding with X-Pac for Tori and shit.
I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. Jericho and China teaming up, feuding, and then Jericho feuding with
Billy Gunn got that push.
Yeah, he's an ace man. He became the one Billy Gunn.
Yeah, dude, and then like Bobby, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter. Fucking one of Rock's best promos.
Yeah,
just buried the fuck out of Billy Gunn winning the King of the Ring.
I think honestly, when you look back on 2000, the feud of 2000 was Triple H and The Rock. That was the feud.
Oh yeah.
But also being gone, this sucks. They both never had a one-on-one WrestleMania match. I'm just saying, but also you have the career. You got also Cactus Jack, the Hell in a Cell, No Way Out.
You also had the Armageddon 6-man Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, Kurt Angle and Cass were big parts of 2002.
Yep.
2000 as
Can
well.
you believe that the title match at Survivor Series 2000 was Undertaker versus Kurt Angle?
And Taker and Angle won.
It's just kind of weird to think that.
And Angle won that. Next question.
Okay, let's see. We got here. We got okay. X86753098858X. Clever.
That's a code right there.
Question 1: Who'd be the one to return? Who'd be the okay? Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Who would be the one return for WWE that would make you nearly shit yourself? Probably Punk.
I guess so, but that's not happening anytime soon. That ain't happening. Let's be real about
That's why I would shit my pants. Actually, you know what? Fuck Hogan, maybe? No. Yeah, no. It would be
Yeah, it has to be CM Punk.
It would be Punk.
it.
Just because the absolute unlikelihood of him
coming
coming back.
It'd be Kenny Dystra. Say nah. Be Bobby Lashley.
What about you, Chase?
No, it would have to be CM Punk. I mean, I can't think of, they brought almost everyone back, so it's like, or they debuted people you wanted to see. AJ Styles in the company, Sting was in the company for a bit, so like, that has to be CM Punk. That would be the only one where I'll be like shocked if I heard his music and I saw him come out. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? And he cuts his bullshit promo. I'm back.
Maybe Batista. But Punk, I think, would be a bigger one. Yeah.
I didn't go over.
Which superstar do you think needs the next big push in WWE? Cesaro.
Yeah. Or Kevin Owens.
Has to be.
I'm calling it now, though. Up and coming, though. Baron Corbin. Intercontinental Champion.
I see him more with the U.S., but that's just me. Last question. TNA keeps going down on money and ratings, so when do you see them going out of business if this keeps up, and or who buys them out?
Just for this, I have to post this. Damn, Dixie! Available at the TEAMHEEL podcast over at Spreadshirt.com. The Damn Dixie t-shirt, available in all sizes, and we ship all over the world. Go over to TEAMHEELpodcast.Spreadshirt.com, the official store of the TEAMHEEL podcast. But I don't want to be that guy to say, "Oh, they're gonna go under now," because I hear a lot of you fucks say that shit. Let's be real about it. You all keep saying that. You all say, "Oh, TNA gonna go under tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that," and they're still around. I said this before. I'll say it again. This company's gonna be better off without Dixie Carter. But at the same time, is that ever going to happen? We don't fucking know. She doesn't want to give up her 51%. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to give that up, and it's a matter of time, I guess. Hopefully someone buys TNA out of her. There were talks of Ring of Honor, or St. Clair, if you will. St. Clair being the one, or there were talks of the fucking, the ballhead, the White Orient group, the
Harris brothers.
There you go, the Harris brothers. Just talks to them. Hell, even Jeff Jarrett on one time, back when he was trying to, have that GFW TNA run. But it's one of those things where who knows who's gonna buy them? Who fucking knows? But I don't want to be that guy to come and be like, "Oh, tomorrow or next year," or I don't want to be that person. However, at the same time, with that being said, their in-ring product has been good to great, I'll say this before, and I'll be real with you guys. I don't watch TNA on a weekly basis. I don't. But if you really want to get the full joy out of Impact Wrestling or TNA or whatever the fuck you want to call them at this point, do what you got to do. Just watch anything with EC3 Michael Bennett, anything with Eddie Edwards, and the Bobby Lashley Drew Galloway feud. I don't see where the fuck it's going. I don't see it. But yeah, just watch those things and that's it.
When's TNA going out of business?
Do I have to really pick a date? Do I have to really pick a date on when it's gonna? Fuck.
Okay,
Spring.
I'm just gonna say this.
Spring 2017.
From what I understand, financially, they're not doing that well. You can even tell that from just the numerous moves they've done, from cutting costs as far as talent, to letting talent contract expire and not necessarily renegotiating, to moving their headquarters in with the same location as their merchandise distribution, to also cutting back the amount of live event attendance. From what I understand, too, as far as their deal with Pop TV goes, they are getting a small fraction of ad revenue. So they're not making any money from Pop TV other than the advertisement sponsorship revenue that they are receiving for advertisements during their show. So that's pretty much where their money's coming from, aside from merchandise.
Yeah,
That's scary.
I heard that they apparently.
And by the way, but before you go on, Stephen, I just want to say for a guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews, who starts questioning this, just know Connor actually has reliable fucking sources behind him. So if he says this kind of stuff, it's most likely true. It's not your boy Dave Meltzer lying. This is Connor, aka OKFaye from OneWrestling.com, with Bill Apter, who gets reliable sources. So I don't want to hear your shit in the comments trying to prove it. And plus, you even made a video saying you care if they go out of business. So why should you care about the business aspect? Just keep watching the in-ring part. That's the only thing I want to say and throw out there, because I know he's going to leave some preposterous comments saying that you're lying, Connor, and I don't want your name to be spread out as someone who's lying about stuff when you actually do have legit credentials of knowing this type of information. You're not releasing the whole thing, but you do know the legit shit, that what's going on behind the scenes more than a lot of people. That's why if he comes on here and he writes his long ass comment saying, "Oh no, he's lying," and stuff,
I'll be real. I'm not taking live calls today, but if he
real quick,
I'm sorry. I'm going on. I'm sorry, Jason.
I just wanted to finish this. I just wanted to say, a guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews,
American Alucard.
He likes his wrestling for the in ring. That's cool. That's fine by him. I just don't understand why he argues people with the business of TNA when he clearly stated in a video he does not care if they go out of business. If you do not care that he goes out of business, then why do you want to care about the business side? Just worry about the in-ring side of things if you do not care if they go out of business.
You have to understand, too, and I've said this once and I'll say this 1,000 times, their in-ring product is good stuff. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing is the fact that from a financial business perspective, as far as the growth of their company, they're in a decline right now. And so, but thank you, Chase, and I appreciate you backing me up on that stuff.
Same here.
But the point is, they've done massive things to cut costs, and it's necessary. I'm not saying does it look bad? Yes, but at the same time, if it's keeping them afloat, then they need to do what they need to do to keep themselves afloat. To the best of my knowledge, there are only a certain amount of people who have guaranteed contracts with TNA, who have like high profile contracts as far as like financially. I don't know the specifics of how much they're making, but I just know as far as like their top paid stars are probably Matt, Jeff, EC3, Drew Galloway, and I think Lashley, and that's it.
And Bennett. And Maria.
I don't know about Bennett's yet because
to my understanding, when they signed, they did say it's a guaranteed deal.
I'm not saying I don't think that's true. I can't. Right. I don't know, so I don't want to say it either. You know what I mean?
Or is he on that brand deal where he gets signed every other week or so?
Well, most of TNA's contract, most of TNA's wrestlers, to the best of my knowledge, are pay per appearance. Essentially, you are paid for every time that you are used on television and or pay per view, whatever, whatever Those shows are so so they're only paying them per appearance, except for those high profile guys. Again, Matt Jeff, um, it's Matt Jeff, EC3. Pretty sure it's Galloway, and I think Lashley. I could be wrong about Lashley because I think he's been doing more pay per appearance. I don't know though. The rest are pay per appearance, and again, I don't know about Bennett either. But those guys are guaranteed money no matter what, and so it's kind of scary to think like, okay, your money's kind of going to television production for these shows, so they have to reduce those. They're reducing costs everywhere they can, and that's kind of scary when you think about all these different aspects financially. So as far as
Yeah,
when I
of
think TNA is going to go
course.
out of business, I'll just say this: if they continue to go down the trend they're going right now, 2 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's
Yeah.
I'm
my
giving them
answer,
two
Connor.
years.
My answer is 2 years.
I said
Um,
I said
and
spring
that, and,
2017, but again, I
but
could
but
be
but but
wrong here.
but but
Again,
but but I need to stress this for the record too as well. Number one, I don't want them to fail.
neither do
I
I.
really, I really don't, because it would suck for numerous reasons. Number two, that's if they keep the way that if they keep the trend they're going right now. If things could change, something might happen. Investor might put in money. They might be able to get better financial backing. Someone might be able to do some more with them. I'm just saying, if the trends that they're experiencing right now continue to go in this direction, then I'd say 2 years.
Okay.
And that's the and,
Yeah,
and that's the
I
only thing.
always say if you've ever owned a business or you have a business, you always have a plan. And normally a 2 year plan is like the best plan. And with TNA, I always say 2 years. Everyone says, oh, that's a hater comment or something. No, it's not a hater comment. It's just how it is. Like, if you look at the resources that they have and what they have with them, and you kind of know financials just a little bit and you see where they're at as a business, 2 years is definitely, just is just the time that's the time that you would think that TNA would last. Look, I made jokes before. The only thing that will survive a nuclear explosion is just cockroaches and TNA because TNA somehow finds a way every single time when you think it's over with them. They find a way to get new life. They find a way to breathe and everything like that, and be able to keep on going uh, as a company, and that's good. That's good. They can find it,
Of
but
course, it's
like
always good.
like the like the trend is it's just that right now if you look at it, I don't know how anyone from that looks at wrestling from a business perspective per se and looks at it really good can really sit there and try to tell you, you know oh, TNA is doing great. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can someone sit there and tell you TNA is going great? You can't say it's going great from a business perspective. From a TV show and wrestling perspective, you can make that argument. I'm sure you can find someone you can make that argument too. From a wrestling and TV perspective, TNA is fine. But I'm talking about from a business perspective. Keyword there, business. Best for business, as Bad Influence used to say. They're just not doing good business, and that's just how it is. It's
Yeah,
like
and it's what we
you
said
can't change.
earlier.
You can't change that right now.
It's what we said earlier. Because we said, oh, this Ring of Honor has more stroke than TNA. They kind of do. You know, it's not by much, but you can tell that they do. You think about just like you guys, I don't want to see TNA go out of business. I don't. Guess what? That happens. A lot of people be out of job, but at the same time, the diehard, the blowhards, the defenders, if you are the same people that make you want to see this company die. Would y'all agree with that too? Would you agree with that?
Somewhat because then it's like why what I hate about the TNA defenders, and I like the passion that they show. It's awesome. It's great. But what I hate is when they don't understand what you don't like about TNA, and when you try to tell, like, look, I'll be honest here. I think TNA storylines right now are crap. I'm gonna be dead honest. Here. Not one storyline is interesting. It feels like I'm watching WWE Light. I'm not sitting here and wanting to watch WWE Light. I don't go to TNA to see WWE Light. I want to see something different from these guys, and they're just bringing me WWE Light. It just doesn't seem like the wrestlers seem to care to be there. Like they somewhat people try, like the Decay tries, and James Storm he tries to some extent. Bobby Lashley tries, EC3, Michael Bennett, Drew Galloway they try, but really, to be honest, a lot of people it's just they just don't seem like they care. They
Yeah.
just don't try to make you want to care about the product.
Yeah,
You know,
I
Jeff
think the
Hardy seems
Saints.
like he's going through the motions half the time in his matches. Like to me, it's just like I can't get. I watch it. I hope they do well, but I just don't think it's good right now. Do I think it's the worst wrestling product out there? Hell no. But from a business perspective, it's the worst. And what I hate when TNA defenders is they don't understand you can't defend TNA on a business perspective. You just can't for what they have done over the years. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, what about back in '07 and stuff? It wasn't fair. WWE was buying out arenas so they can do shows." Well, yeah, that's what Vince does. He owns the monopoly for a reason. UFC does the same shit for all these other companies. So why don't we say the same shit about the UFC or anyone else that has stadium rights or anything like that? I'm talking about they never were able to rebound. They were never
Yeah,
able to overcome. They've made so many bad business decisions. It's so hard to defend them on a business perspective. I can't I want to try to find someone who can defend me TNA and their business moves. And the thing is, TNA could have all the money in the world to succeed. The problem is Dixie Carter does not want to get into her own bank account. Dixie Carter wants to try to get people to pay her to keep doing this. Dixie Carter's loaded. I don't think a lot of people know this. Dixie Carter's fucking rich. She's like a millionaire. She
she's
can
rich,
make
bitch.
TNA survive for as long as she wants, but she doesn't want to go into her own reserve. So it is what it is. Like from a business perspective, TNA not so good. In ring, yeah, you could argue it's doing better, it's doing great, it's doing awesome. But yeah, you can argue that with me all day. Like we can have our differences and agreements there. But when it comes down to a business perspective, there should be no fucking argument of how bad TNA is doing as a business right now.
Yeah,
Tired of these TNA fanboys saying like, "Oh, you just hate the company because you think they're doing bad business." Like, no, I wouldn't watch it every week if I fucking hated the company.
we wouldn't be talking about it. Period. We wouldn't be talking about it. If that was the case, this would be the whole. Let's just bash TNA kids to cool and to fucking do. Um, but anything about it too, again, the in-ring work all you want, but guess what though? Listen, Pop TV does not give a flying fuck if Jeff Hardy and Drew Galloway go out and have a quote-unquote 5-star match. They don't. It's quite obvious. What they care for is those ad revenues and the eyeballs on the product and shit. But again, I don't want this to be all about TNA though. I really don't. All right, so let's just move on. All right. If said guy on the internet who ducks debates or whatever wants to write a comment on it, by all means go ahead.
All right, then moving on. Anthony Moyo writes 3 questions. Number 1, when will Roman Reigns get pinned?
I mean, didn't he get pinned already?
Let's
Wasn't
say,
he pinned?
I feel like he already has.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got pinned by Bray Wyatt. I don't think people
yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
Booyah.
I
All
don't
right,
think I
then.
don't think I don't think people remember that. Bray Wyatt pinned him 1, 2, 3. He got pinned. He got pinned a couple times. Like everyone thinks Roman doesn't
Yeah.
get pinned. He has more pinfall losses than John Cena does. Then
His
Sheamus
next,
Sheamus pinned him, right?
yeah, that's how he won the belt.
Yeah.
Best theme
So
song
I don't know.
ever.
Best theme song ever.
Ever?
I'm really digging Shinsuke's right now.
Me too. Right now, I have that shit on my phone.
Really digging Shinsuke's.
Yeah.
Actually, who's the other one who actually, you know what? Baron Corbin's I'm actually really liking too, to be honest.
No. That's a good theme song too, Asuka.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Baron Corbin and Shinsuke right now is what I'm digging, but
If we're gonna go outside of WWE, I'd say Kenny Omega's.
the cleaner.
The cleaner Kenny Omega's theme song from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And hell, even Naito's. Which I think right
There
now
you
is
go.
killing it right now. Hold up, I gotta do the
Best
eyeball thing.
best theme song ever. I can't choose this one, so I have to give you a bunch of them. Sorry. I know it's cheating, but I can't. It's so hard. Triple H is The Game and My Time, Game by Motorhead. Drew McIntyre's WWE theme. I'm sorry. That's one of the most missed potential WWE themes ever. That was one of the best themes ever. What's that metronome I hear? I was like, just fucking great, dude. Just great.
Listen, if you want to be
Bobby
arrogant and
Roode's
cocky,
Bobby Roode's
Go on,
TNA
sorry,
theme. That was great.
I'm off the chain. Listen, if you want to be cocky and arrogant, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is bump Jeff Jarrett's theme song. Say you walk into school, walk into work.
Hollywood Rocks theme song. Amazing.
Oh, the long build up, and you just hear
Amazing
the
stuff.
"It's cooking."
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that one.
Shinsuke.
But Nakamura's up there for me right now.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say too. EC3's theme song. Trouble, trouble, trouble.
trouble, 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 trouble,
Say you walk.
trouble, trouble, trouble,
Say
trouble.
Here what you do, right? Say you get your tax return, right? Get your tax return. You're gonna do shopping at the mall. Blast that theme song. Just
What?
saying. Yeah.
You have to do at least the turnaround that he does over the shoulder.
No.
Gotta do that.
Say you in the fitting room, right? Try on something new, like that nice, $80, shirt, those $80 pants. You know what I mean? You're trying them on, and you got that
Fuck,
nice
where are you
haircut.
shopping?
I'm just saying, good example.
I don't
already.
shop where you shop. All right,
Hey.
last question from Anthony. What will be the best pay-per-view of the year? It's kind of hard to say.
I'm saying again.
What will be the best pay-per-view of the year?
It's hard to
Does
say right
Bash at
now.
the Beach 2016 count?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Apparently,
Does it count?
apparently, it's not actually true. Apparently, Solomon.
That's going back and forth now. Some saying it is, some saying it
No,
isn't.
no.
Wait,
Apparently,
what's that?
apparently
What?
some guy on the internet, a fan on the internet, just said that and went apeshit for it. But apparently, that's not actually true.
But the event's still happening, right?
Yeah, the
On
event's still happening
Yeah.
in Hawaii, but as far as
okay.
Nakamura and John Cena, Asuka may be there, but Kevin Owens, Brock, those matches might not be happening.
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently some fan did like a fake advertisement and shit, and everyone bought into it.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? That's bullshit, man.
That's not what I heard. I heard it was a local advertisement.
Yeah, I mean honestly,
Yeah,
honestly,
I heard it was a Hawaii show.
honestly
and they were
though,
just gonna
if you
on the
really
network.
want to put as a limelight Nakamura and Asuka, you do once another beast in the East in Japan. Kuruk and
I
Hall.
don't give a shit
Steven,
where it
I don't
is.
think you, Steven, I don't think you realize Hawaii has a lot of Japanese people too.
I
So
know. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
I don't think you realize that. But I'm just saying. But so that event is not true, right? Is it not? Is it true or is it not true?
Okay, here's supposedly what the update is. Again, supposedly that it's not a network special.
Fuck.
It's a live house show in Hawaii that will feature Cena versus Nakamura is still being advertised. Asuka versus Charlotte is questionable, but they said that Brock Lesnar will most likely not be there.
Okay. Oh, good.
So the Brock Lesnar Kevin Owens match will probably not happen, but the Asuka Charlotte maybe. But they did at least advertise Nakamura versus Cena. Listen, to be completely honest with you, I don't give a rat's ass if it's in it. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, to be completely honest with you, I'd be fine if it was just that match. If we could see that some way somehow. But in any case,
I'm good with that.
all right, last round.
The best pay-per-view this year, I'll go with SummerSlam this year, maybe.
I'd say because we were there, WrestleMania 32.
I'm gonna go with Money in the Bank. That seems to always be a sleeper pay-per-view.
Okay.
Money in the Banks for some reason have had a good track record.
Or if not, I'd say Wrestle Kingdom 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't say WWE. All right, last round of questions from the YouTube video. Killer Demons 669. Did you see the epic and bloody match with Sexy Star and Mariposa? Am I saying that right?
Mariposa, yeah.
Mariposa.
I
on
heard
Lucha
about
Underground?
it. I heard about it, but again, I didn't. Well, I'll say this: I got to watch this past week's episode of Lucha Underground for shits and giggles, mostly to see this Grave Consequences match. And overall, I thought the match was a solid match, but I prefer the first one that they did in season 1 between Mil Muertes. I think it was Phoenix. But overall, I thought it was a solid match, but nothing to go crazy for and shit.
Do you see Lucha Underground getting more seasons?
Yeah, if I think so. I think they're working on right now. They just finished doing season 3. I heard season 4's in talks. Again, the thing with Lucha Underground is again, even though we said before that to us, Lucha Underground, and I know for a lot of people, y'all might like what y'all about to hear, but to us, Lucha Underground is not a wrestling promotion. It's a television show. I find it funny. I find it funny how fans. Oh, it's a promotion. No, it's not. Granted, they have it in the contracts, but there's a demand for it though from the fans.
TV people have contracts too.
What happened?
TV characters have contracts too. Like the
I know.
people who play the characters, they have contracts.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying though is, with that being said, from the fans, there's a demand from the people for Lucha Underground. So there you go. It could happen though.
And the last question on the YouTube one: thoughts on the new crop of wrestlers going to TNA?
It's cool, but at the same time, I feel like TNA should have done this shit years ago. They should have done this shit years ago.
I would have.
Pepper Parks, Cherry Bomb, Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee. Yeah, it's great, awesome. They're grabbing guys that WWE did not pick up for some apparent reason, not, or hell, even Caleb Conley. But at the same time, I personally feel that TNA should have done this move years ago.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's great. Listen, it's great that we're seeing them on TV. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's a little too late.
Yeah, a little too late.
Steven, I do have a question from Twitter. I know you have a couple as well too, but I was gonna say something and I completely blanked on it. Oh yeah, Chase, I meant to ask you since I'm gonna put you on the spotlight. So can I you are gonna be on the Post Raw Rundown tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Because you might want to be on that one specifically because
my boys,
the Shining Stars, are gonna be
Shining Stars of Puerto Rico. Fuck yes, man! I'm so excited, dude.
Puerto Rico.
Can't wait to see that. That's literally the biggest excitement for Raw.
To respond to Tia Coop.
Everyone's always like, oh, you're just joking. You like Primo? No, I like Primo.
No, we're serious.
I'm
serious about this one. It's not a joke. This is literally me. Look, I'm monotoned. I know it's hard to believe, but I have a deep ass voice. So it's hard to really sometimes believe if I'm excited or bored or whatever. It's just how it is. And so like for me, I am excited to see my boys, the Shining Stars of Puerto Rico, make their debut and kick some ass.
Okay, to respond to TN Couponer, I wish Lucha Underground would come out with a DVD set. That too, but at the same time, I think we live now in a society where
probably
DVD.
Will.
No. Here's what I say. I think now we live in a digital world now. To my understanding, Lucha Underground is available on iTunes now. They're available on iTunes.
It doesn't surprise me.
Season 1 and season 2 available on iTunes for like $2. Now you can buy the whole complete set for I think like $10 or something like that. But what do I know? Now we'll get to the Twitter questions. Yes.
Cool. I got one on someone actually tweeted me a question.
Okay.
It's our good friend Rasslin0509 Matt Soul, who said, "Who would be your next NXT Women's Champ after Asuka?" That's a fucking tough one.
I'd go.
There's only one person, and honestly,
Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Or fuck. You want to give this bitch heel heat? Fucking mega heat, Eva Marie. You don't have to have her pin Asuka, though. You can do a 3-way match.
Yeah, that's the only I can think of.
Yeah, dude. Until they get the latest new signing, that's the only person I can see being them. Whatever new hot girl, it girl, whatever.
What about you, okay, Fabe?
What, who I have be the next women's champ?
That's right.
Nia Jax. It's the only one I can honestly think of. And I only say that because they haven't really put Unless he brought Blue Pants back.
Blue
That's the only,
Pants.
that's yeah. Nia Jax is the only one I can think of. But that's just based off of who we have right now in the crop of people.
Yes. All right. So now let's get on to the Twitter question. Now, guys, you want to send in questions on? If you want to send in some questions on Twitter, it's at HeelSteven, like you see on the screen. Make sure you use the hashtag AskHS so I know it's for the Q&A. Even though I'm doing it currently, but fuck it, you kind of get the idea. Anywho, first question here comes from Nate Steele. Follow him on Twitter at _Ryan_Steele. At Heel Steven, what are your thoughts on Cedric Alexander leaving ROH? Where do you think he'll go next? I mean, him leaving Ring of Honor, I mean, no surprise really. The only thing that I see them do with him, the only thing I saw them do more with him was the tag team with Caprice Coleman. Back when they were CNC something like, or yeah, was it them? Yeah, was it Caprice Coleman? Yeah, I think it was Caprice Coleman. There you go. Other than that, I mean, they didn't do much with him. I think where he's going next, probably that Cruiserweight Classic that they're doing for WWE. Will he win it? I don't think so, but you know, what do you guys think though? I know you guys didn't. I know you guys don't follow much Ring of Honor, but you know,
Cedric Alexander I always get Cedric Alexander and ACH mixed up. Was he the idiot that missed a bunch of plane flights?
no. Cedric Alexander's the guy with the little mohawk thing, whatever.
No, but did he miss a bunch of plane flights? Like he missed a couple plane flights.
That was not. That was
big
that's ACH.
Okay, so I like Cedric Alexander. They wrestle the fucking same. I'm sorry, people. They do. Like they're both very athletic, good people. But Cedric Alexander, I think he's gonna go to Evolve. I think that's what I heard last about him. I don't think he's. I think he's a mid carder at best. But who knows?
Yeah. Okay, Fabe.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear the actual question. To be honest with you, I was a little predisposed because my friggin' controller died on me. So could you repeat that one more time?
What are your thoughts on Cedric Alexander leaving ROH? Where do you think he'll go next? I know you don't follow much Ring of Honor, but
No, but kind of surprising because you don't really hear too many people leaving ROH. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird to see that. I mean, hope success and the best for him. Japan would probably be the best way to go, but is that really like leaving ROH since they're in such a good working relationship? But yeah, I don't know. That's only my guess. It's hard to say.
Yeah. All right. The next question here is from Nate Steele again at _Ryan at _ Steele. Besides Andre the Giant, who do you think is the best big man in pro wrestling? I think we said this earlier between
that's an easy one.
Being a Big Van Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow. Hell, you can throw in the Big Show if you want.
Nope.
Yokozuna.
That's not my answer.
What's your answer?
My answer is, of course, it's Taker.
Of course, it's Taker. I guess they meant like big man, like giants. How about Taker's there too?
Big Joe.
I know, 6'10".
I don't want to hear these people. Oh, he's not a big guy. He's 7 foot.
Yeah. All right. What about you? What about you, Chase?
Vader. I always say Vader. One of my favorites.
Okay. Also here, was it Steven at Totsky _Steven wrote in reply, if you don't mind me putting two candidates for best big man, I'd say Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader. So there you go. All right. Now, Nate Steele's final question here. If the Dudleys and LOD with Paul Ellering face off in a best of 7 series for team supremacy, who do you think would win and why?
Wait, what was the teams again?
The Dudleys and LOD with Paul Ellering. I'd say LOD.
LOD.
Yeah.
Because Hawk wouldn't want to sell for Bubba.
Yeah.
But I would want to see the backstage
promos
argument with Bubba and LOD. That'd be Hawk. That'd be fucking hilarious, man. Hawk's ego, Bubba's ego. Oh, it'd be great.
Yeah. Now, the next couple of questions here. Let me see here. Going through the Twitter. At heel Steven, motherfuckers. Just saying. Okay, here we go. From the D Young IWC Savior at Dylan Young 0406. I gotta know, what's the dream match you hope to see in the near future? AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Yep.
Needs to
Or
happen.
my second and third one, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, or Randy
Wait,
Orton
wait.
versus.
Is it just asking for AJ Styles we're looking forward to seeing in the future?
No. Any dream match.
Yeah, there would actually be a bunch with Nakamura I'd love to see.
Nakamura Undertaker.
I'm telling you, you put Nakamura and Lesnar on the bill for 33, and you've
I'm going.
done.
Fuck that.
Done.
Buy my ticket.
Done.
You travel.
Cena and AJ would be a very interesting one. Actually, to be honest with you, I'd love to see AJ and Orton.
Yeah, AJ Orton's gonna be sick, dude.
I think they're really gonna kill each other, and I think it's gonna be a good thing to see. I'd love to see Gallows and Anderson against the Dudleys. Very curious to see those two go at it. Those four guys go at it. As far as anything else goes, those are pretty much the big ones right now. Until we get Finn Balor in there, then when Finn gets in, move out.
Oh my god.
Get out of the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, you know what? AJ and Bray, for some reason, pops in my head too.
We don't want none. They want none. All right. Thrash Maniac 99 writes here. Follow him at Thrash Maniac 99. Who do you think will win between John Jones and Cormier at UFC 200? Favorite Marvel film since 2008? Who's the next WWE World Heavyweight Champ? The 3 questions asked in one tweet. So we talked about the thing yesterday, Chase, on your channel on the UFC 198 review. I think we both agree John Jones is beating Daniel Cormier.
100%. No way the fuck Cormier winning.
Yeah. Favorite Marvel film since 2008? I'm gonna say the Spider-Man series. The Spider-Mans.
Civil.
Winter Soldier.
You really liked fucking Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2?
No, my bad. I thought he meant. Okay, never mind. Ugh. I'll go with the Avengers.
2000. Maguire last movie was 2007.
Sorry,
I don't know if you saw Spider-Man 4 and I didn't, but show me Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 and I'll watch it with you.
No. I apologize. That's the case then. I'm gonna go with the Avengers. The Avengers movie. There you go.
Boom.
What about you guys? You guys said
Winter
it, right?
Soldier.
Yeah.
I said Civil War.
All right. And who's next? Who's the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion? In a perfect world, I'd say AJ Styles, but I see honestly going to be probably Seth Rollins when he comes back.
I wouldn't. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
I was just gonna say whoever won the Money in the Bank. That's my answer. Because I
wouldn't be surprised if.
Roman.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put the belt back on Seth. I really wouldn't.
Cena.
I'm not saying that it's the smartest decision to do that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
No, I'm saying I'm changing my answer. Cena. He's the guy.
Hard to believe that Cena has not been WWE World Heavyweight Champion for almost 2 years, huh?
Yeah, I know. Think about it, man. He's kind of getting that itch, you know. To be honest, like he'll be the greatest babyface beating up heel Roman. Be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, that's why Roman should turn heel, guys, so that way he can job out to John Cena. Sounds awesome to me. So much for the new era, right? Man, I'm glad this new era John Cena's here.
It's new error. ERROR. That's how it's said.
Can you see? In the old era, we did, but in the new era, you know, in the old
Christ, Stephen.
In the Old Testament, but in the New Testament.
By the way, I want to really make a new. If I'm able to get a 5th shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, I really want to do a version of the New Day shirt that's currently out, but instead of the 3 of them, it's the 3 of us.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to anoint myself from that one. I don't support the New Day that much,
Probably
Doesn't
me
unless
matter.
I'm
either.
like punching
It would be
the.
us on the shirt, Chase.
Oh, okay. Unless I'm punching a unicorn, I don't want to be on the shirt.
Nah,
I got
like
someone who could do that.
like I said though. Remember, kind of told you should have been the three of us, me, you, and Matt, all on a plane. Me
Well,
holding a fork, Matt
hey,
holding a drink, and you just holding something. I don't know.
well, if you guys want to get see that shirt be made, let us know in the comment section or in the chat, and also head over to the Pro Wrestling Tee store because I need to hit a certain quota before that shirt can be made. So, uh, just FYI on that. But if you want to
Or
see,
Kushner said.
or at the same
Team
time,
Cooper
if you
in the comment section gives Cena the U.S. title back. Cena with the mid card belt is just Cena in the main event scene, except he's not pissing you off more because he's burying the main event talent. He's burying these lower card talents and making them feel weaker. So no, Cena with any mid card belt is absolutely horrendous to me.
or if you want, head over to go over to the TEAMHEEL podcast store over on Spreadshirt. Buy a shirt today, like the one you see on the screen there, the Around the Point T-shirt. Or if not, we're having this $5 off any order of $30 or more. Use the code TAKE5 now when in checkout. You get $5 off any order $30 or more. Just saying.
Well, you know what? You guys with your fucking t-shirts. It's about damn time that I unleash my t-shirt. Go to spreadshirt.com/go fuck yourself and get yourself the official Fuck Sami Zayn t-shirt by Chase
Okay.
Oliver.
Chase, you should actually put
It's
the
not
effort
gonna
into actually creating a Spreadshirt store that just said Spreadshirts on Just go fuck
Fuck
yourself.
yourself.
Nothing's on there except a shirt that's you flipping them off, and if you go to buy it, you can't because it's out of order.
Yeah, exactly, dude. No, I'm
Yes.
not. I don't do Spreadshirt. I don't have any classic sayings or cool
But
stuff to put on there for you guys.
but to be honest here, but to be honest, um,
Like
they
I pretty much lend the catchphrase. Like I'm the one who brought Cockfist over to this channel. I'm the one who brought Care Bear and Garbage Man over. I just bring my shtick over to other people's
yeah
stuff. So
yeah. So
and then
not
it just gets catchy on its own.
now the final question here comes from at TN Coupon. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that's the thing about TNA coupon, I'm gonna say, do you have coupons for Shop TNA that I could use come November? I'm just
Why
saying.
Why do you have any coupons, man? That's all fucking cheap anyways, man. I bought
Hey,
a
but
bunch of good stuff.
hey,
Off
listen,
TNA.
listen, come November, that Black Friday blow off sale that they normally do.
Yeah, and
Shit,
I'm pretty sure I'll buy some stuff.
buy
I
some
was
old
tempted
school.
because you know how WWE tap outs there? I was tempted to buy all the Cena gear just so I had some workout gear, but I said, fuck it,
Word.
nah.
Yeah. His final question here: who is the most underrated female wrestler ever?
Karma.
I say Ivory.
Underrated?
Underrated female wrestler ever.
Um,
Mm, I go Ivory.
yeah,
Molly Holly.
actually, across the board, Ivory.
Molly Holly as well.
There you go.
What do you, Chase? Dr. Chase?
I said Ivory. Ivory is my underrated. She don't get enough love and appreciation, and she was hot.
Yeah, she was.
I'm gonna be dead serious. I only woke up at like 7 in the morning to watch WWE Experience just to see what kind of outfit she was gonna wear, man. She was always so hot, man.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. Of course she was. Reading the comments
She had
here.
that
Emma.
that nice little butt, man. It was just like, oh, so cute.
I think this next year, whether it's like not Cena get the title, world title 16-17. Could be.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the show now. All right. It's been awesome, guys. This week's been awesome. Most likely be back next week for... No, man, well, we don't know because guess what? This coming Sunday, next Sunday, if you will, I'll be at the wonderful, amazing, the best arena ever, the Prudential Center, The Rock, over at Newark, New Jersey. No, I'm not biased at all. For Extreme
Oh, you got the
Rules...
arena right this time.
For Extreme Rules, yours truly will be there, and you won't believe what shirt I'm wearing for Extreme Rules. I'll see in the other room. 1 second here. Gotta show you the shirt that you're wearing.
You gotta.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Oh shit. It's dark in here. It's dark. wearing this shirt for Extreme Rules. The official. Shout out to OK Fabe. The Jobber shirt. The official Jobber shirt. Oh yeah, here we go. From the OK Fabe store over at Spreadshirt. Over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Connor, promote your store, please.
Yes, head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com/OKFabe. You can pick up one of 4 kick-ass designs, all designed by yours truly. Either Feed Me Likes, OKFabe of Honor, the official post-Raw Rundown shirt, or the one that Steven was just showing off and mentioning, the official definition of a jobber shirt. All of these available over only $19.99 each, all sizes, ships everywhere. ProWrestlingTees.com/OKFabe.
Or if not, you go over to my store over at Spreadshirt.com. You can buy the official Around the Point t-shirt that you see on the screen, designed by OK Fabe himself. Go over to TEAMHEEL.Spreadshirt.com. We're having there's a big sale going on right now. Save $5 off any order $30 or more. Use the code TAKE5NOW on checkout. And again, you save $5 off anything $30 or more off your order. And again, I also have designs such as the Damn Dixie shirt, or as well, we have the official Oh Bear Yeah t-shirt. Again, we ship all over the world. TEAMHEELpodcast.Spreadshirt.com. Alright? So, gentlemen, at this time, I'll let you guys promote your social media. Where can you be found? And all that fun stuff, guys. So, take it away, boys.
JC
All right.
first.
GoFuckYourself.Spreadshirt.com to get the official Go Fuck Yourself t-shirt. I don't know if that's going to work, but if it does work, you guys can go have some fun with that one. Follow me on Twitter. It's not. It doesn't work. I didn't set up the Spreadshirt.
Hold up.
Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I talk about wrestling, sports, MMA. So if you're into that type of stuff, go there. YouTube.com/ChaseOliver, where I upload videos. You can catch me every Monday on the Post Raw Rundown for the most part, and also on every Wednesday on the TEAMHEEL podcast. I also got a new job, so congratulate me, motherfuckers. Movie theater time.
Congratulations.
Congrats, brah.
I got a comment here from, what's it called? Let me see here. From WTNA Talk, I meant thanks Steve for not answering my questions on Twitter. Well, you never sent me a question on Twitter. I didn't get any questions from you on Twitter, so why are you complaining that I didn't answer your question when you didn't send me any questions on Twitter? How does that work? How does that work out? I'm just saying, how does that work out though? Like, how are you gonna complain that I didn't answer? But you never sent me. Like, I didn't get the notification here. I mean, I don't know what your Twitter handle is. If you know, sorry you feel that way.
Double check. Did you check your mentions, your PMs, everything like that, or DMs, everything like that?
I'm on the Twitter right now. I'm on the Twitter. And I see no questions from a WWE TNA Talk.
Well, just throw it up in the comments section or the chat right now, real quick, so we can.
Yeah, here you go. If you want, just send me your questions down in the comments, and I'll answer them for you. All right, we'll do that.
We want to be fair to you, man.
We want to be fair. We're fair gentlemen, at times. Most of the time. Just saying. All right. And other than that, I mean, back to Monday. This coming Monday, the post-Raw rundown on OK Fabe's channel.
Yep, the post-Raw rundown is done.
I'm just going to say, if Shining Stars is not in the fucking title, I'm going to be pissed off.
Brother,
no, it will be. It's going to be one of the... So, okay, you know how like I always promote like 3 things of the show? It's going to be one of them.
Yeah, it has to be.
It's going to be. Of course, you can check out the post-Raw rundown live every Monday night, roughly right after a Monday Night Raw, over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/OKFaber. It's also now available for digital download on a couple of various podcasting sites, including shoutengine.com, SoundCloud being a bigger one, and, of course, now also on Stitcher Radio. I do wrestling reviews and discussions and talks, all that fun stuff over at youtube.com/OKFaber. Tweet me at OKFabe during Raws and pay-per-views. Keep your eyes and ears peeled out for a couple of new things on the channel. We'll be doing a pay-per-view prediction for Extreme Rules and also a live stream immediately following Extreme Rules a week from today as well, too.
Okay.
And, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. slash OKFabe.
Okay, here's a question from WTNA Talk. What do you think of Finn Balor's idea for WrestleMania 33 of Balor and Triple H versus Taker and Wyatt?
I heard about this. I'd have to change my shorts.
Me too.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'd change my shorts.
Yeah. What do you think, Chase? Dr. Chase, MD, PhD.
Finn Balor versus The Undertaker?
No, Finn Balor and Triple H versus Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. Tag
okay,
team.
that sounds better. Yeah, that sounds fine. I wouldn't buy a Finn Balor versus Undertaker, but yeah, that tag team match sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know why Undertaker would be friends with Bray Wyatt, but WWE doesn't like to make sense anyways. So yeah, that sounds cool. Sounds like it'd be a good tag team match.
Yeah. Another question that I skipped here, from Cody Collier at Cody Collier 37 on Twitter. I apologize. All right. What do you think? Who do you think should win Money in the Bank this year and why? Kevin Owens. Because I think he's on a fucking roll right now.
That's a tough call. There's a couple of guys I think should win it. I think Kevin right now would make the most sense. I think Steven's right. However, I wouldn't be opposed to. Honestly, I think Bray winning it would be interesting, especially where we don't see Bray consistently on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
There's only 3 guys who need to win it. It's 1 Bray Wyatt, 2 Dean Ambrose, 3 Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is lower just because I feel like he can get a title shot on his own. And Dean Ambrose, he's lower than Bray Wyatt because if Roman does turn heel, you can just do Roman versus Dean, where Dean's like, I thought we were brothers, or some shit like that. But the thing is, that those are the only 3 that should touch the Money in the Bank. Anyone else, like Cesaro, is probably the only one I'll kind of, because I'm a fan of his, I'll kind of be lenient towards. But anyone else, I just feel like it's just to please internet fans and fool their hopes that this guy's going to become champion, or just make them feel like, oh, this guy's now on a big major push. Because Cesaro, no offense, I like him and everything like that, but just to throw him right into the main event scene like that, giving them the Money in the Bank when I feel like those 3 guys are much more better than him, no. Sami Zayn, it'll just be like Daniel Bryan. It'll be like a nice little swerve, but I don't think you're going to get out of as much as Sami Zayn as you did Daniel Bryan. I don't think Sami Zayn's going to try to turn heel and do a yes chant and try to get over in his own way. He's still going to be like, Olay! So I think that's a waste. I think giving it to Del Rio or Sheamus is a waste. So it's just to me, those are the 3 guys that have to win the Money in the Bank. Unless somehow Primo and Epico became single stars, then I wouldn't argue. And also, do not give it to Orton or Cena. I love Randy. I don't love Cena. I like the idea of Cena just a douche, but I do not want Randy or Cena at all. Holding Money in the Banks. They don't need it at all. Yeah. They get title shots just by looking at the belt. They look at the belt to give them title shots.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, now, guys, we're going to wrap up the show. All right. We thank you all tonight for tuning in live, and those who are going to listen to this on the playback. You can follow me on Twitter, @HeelSteven. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Like this. Share it through social media. Buy a shirt at the TEAMHEEL podcast store over at Spreadshirt, TEAMHEELpodcast.spreadshirt.com. Okay, Fabe, once again, promote that beautiful store of yours.
ProWrestlingTees.com/OKFabe. Pick up your definition of a jobber shirt today, god damn it.
Like I did. Can you see? Even heels. Like the OK
even
Fabe
heels
store.
like jobbing.
Jeez. Chase, want to promote your social media again?
I already promoted it. I don't need to go promote myself again.
Okay, fine. Connor?
Sorry, my mic was muted. YouTube.com/OKFabe. YouTube, Twitter @OKFabe. Facebook.com/OKFaber. Again, ProWrestlingTees.com/OKFabe. Stitcher, SoundCloud for post-Raw rundown. We go live tomorrow after Raw, suckers.
So before we wrap up this show here, I'm gonna play the new intro for Round the Point to take us out. So until next time, I'm Heel Steven.
I'm Chase Oliver.
I'm Connor, a.k.a. K-Fabe.
Episode 147 of the TEAMHEEL podcast goes live this Wednesday. It'll probably be at 10 p.m. live on Mixlr, Mixlr.com/TEAMHEEL podcast. Link is down below in the description. Click on it, hit the follow button, be notified when we go live on Mixlr, and so much stuff we'll be talking about. Mostly giving our predictions for Extreme Rules. So, and most likely we'll take your calls as well, your live calls. Yeah, Extreme Rules this coming Sunday.
I forgot.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
So, guys, as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. I'm Heel Steven.
We already did this. Why are we doing this again?
Dude, this is like the 5th time we've done this. I think people at this point, we've done so much shit together for so long.
Yeah.
People know our stuff by now.
Chase Oliver, OK Fabe, will be back next time. This has been Around the Point. Yeah, motherfuckers.
You are watching Around the Point, live on YouTube.com, brought to you by Spreadshirt, with your host, Heel Steven.